following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Caldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
YOLO, infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hameen.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? It's Tuesday here. Disruption Network, EC Radio. How are you? Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday afternoon. It's me, Z, Chicken here, hanging.
What's up?
How are you today, Chicken?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Good. Before we get into the show, I want to give some love and respect out to the sponsors. Got to give it up to our boy, Josh Amodio from Priceless Inspection. A good quality home inspection is priceless. Call Josh today at 315-525-8725 for your next home inspection. In-depth and detailed reports, thorough inspections, pays attention to details. Josh has been doing the construction thing his whole life. He knows what's going on.
Yes,
the dude pays attention to details, and he's definitely got it going on. If you want to put your home on the market, or if you're looking to buy a home, or if you want to update your home, Josh is your man. Call him today, 315-525-8725. And also got to give big ups to our peeps over at Coldwell Banker Faith Property Real Estate. When it comes to buying a home in the Mohawk Valley, you gotta have faith. Call them today, 315-2222. For commercial and residential properties, log on to centralnewyork.com for a complete, accurate, and up-to-date listings. Give it up to our peoples also at the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley. We got a great guest in the house today, a good friend of mine from the Stanley Theater. Please give it up for my good friend, Jerry Kraus. Doc, how are you?
Great to be back with you guys, Chicken and Z. Great to be back here in the newly remodeled studios. I got to say, This is impressive.
Hey, like it?
Very nice.
I
Last
did-
time I was in, we were around the corner in the next room.
I did it all myself.
Oh, chicken, you're the man.
Last time you were shoved in the closet with us, so
It was cozy.
now we got a little bit more room.
Now we're out of the closet.
Hey, let me give Josh a shout out.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
I've known Josh forever. He's done some work. I know my mom and dad were getting ready to sell the old family house. We had him come in and do an inspection. Did a great job, very thorough. But he scares me, man.
Why is that?
He gets up on the roof and he takes those selfies. Have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
He's way up there, and the roof is not a flat roof. Josh, be alert. Don't get hurt.
Josh is a Renaissance
He's
man,
also
too.
a member of the 46 Club.
Right? Yep, exactly.
He climbed all the high peaks.
And he drank a Utica Club can of beer at every
Yes,
peak,
he
right?
did.
So he's supporting in all ways here in Central New York. He's the man.
He's a great supporter of the show, and he is a Renaissance man.
Yeah,
he
he is.
does a lot of things,
See him
man.
at the Commons games a lot too. He's up in my 204 area.
And
Yeah.
and one thing about Josh,
The
too,
rowdy section.
is
Zoo.
is he's always sponsoring local events. You
Yeah.
know, he's always the first to give. And
Right.
Great guy. I mean, like Addie's Angels, you name it. He's a part of it.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, he loves the animals too. We like that about him.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something you're
Oh,
near
yeah.
and dear involved with as
Big
well
time.
as
Yeah,
us
the
around
old
here
Stephen
as well.
Swan. I was there 5 years.
5
Still
years you were there?
involved.
Yep.
Yeah, great people over there.
Yeah.
Doing the angels' work over there, keeping an eye on the abused, the sick, the unwanted animals.
Yeah. And then they take donations daily,
Oh,
people. So
they
if-
need 'em.
Yep. If you want to donate food or treats or toys or
Blankets.
blankets, bleach, they'll
Bleach.
accept all
now
that
that's something you
stuff.
wouldn't even think about. Is
Cleaning
bleach, you know.
supplies.
Yeah.
Cleaning
There's a lot of
supplies,
cleaning.
yeah.
going
Blankets
on.
too, right? Big on blankets.
Blankets, no electric blankets because they got the cords in there and the wires and
Oh,
stuff. but
gotcha.
Blankets, no pillows really because the feathers get all over the place. But
Mhm.
you know, stuff that you can figure out to put on in a kennel for a dog to lay down on a bed. It's all good.
Yeah.
Towels,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
And they've got all great events that they do with Stephen Swan, Wiggle
Furball-
Waggle,
Furball's
Furball,
coming up,
Wiggle
Wiggle
Waggle,
Waggle.
Walkathon, and Masucci does Animal Jam. And
yep.
Oh,
So
those
it's
were a lot
always-
of fun back in the day.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
involved with Rich putting those together.
yeah, absolutely.
Kudos for Rich too for doing what he
Masucci.
does.
Yeah, he definitely deserves some love and
And
respect,
Erica.
Masucci. Yeah, it's great people. Great people. We're lucky to have them in our
You got all good
community.
people. That's why I like coming here every now and then, hanging out. You always got good people here.
Yeah, absolutely, Doc.
We're just degenerates that like to swear. A lot.
Yeah, well, here and there. Doc, big week, though, at the Stanley Theater.
Ooh, March Madness. We got it all going on. We got a big week. We've got Broadway coming in with Cabaret tomorrow and Thursday.
Mhm.
Then we clean up on Friday. We're in with the British Invasion. I want to talk about that show.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've got 22 locals involved to open up the night. And then Joey Mallon, last surviving member of Badfinger, will headline. That's Saturday night. And then Sunday afternoon, the Cirque Acrobats coming in.
Circus O, right? Is it or?
Cirque d'Or.
Cirque d'Or. Cirque d'Or.
Yeah, and there's 20 or 30 acrobats coming in. They're amazing to watch. You know,
Wow.
they're like Josh on steroids to the 10th degree. They're up way up, standing on these balls that pile up on top of each other. Then they throw a tire or two, some barrels in there, and they're way up there balancing themselves. And then they start doing the trapeze thing, and it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. Circus d'Or. That's going to be great. Straight from Las Vegas.
They're traveling around the whole country.
They're doing so. This is a regular touring
Yep.
circuit.
Yep, so that's Sunday at 3. And doing
Early
pretty well on
show?
tickets. Yeah, so people can come and go.
Yeah.
Get in, get out.
Early show. How long of a show is it usually?
2 hours.
2 hours. Very cool. I mean, this is a world class event coming to the Stanley. World class.
Yeah,
Like it really doesn't get much higher than circus.
And then
You
then we take a break on Monday to clean up again. And Tuesday, we're going to be passing the Shillelagh, the Grand Parade, Irish Parade Marshals reception. We're doing it on stage this year at the Stanley. The last couple of years we did it out in the lobby, which is great, but more and more people are coming. It gets really crowded out there. So now we said, hey, let's take it out to the stage. We're doing more and more parties and events on the stage area. What a beautiful view. You know, you're out there looking out at the theater seating, and we're going to have their music and entertainment and food and beverages, and that's coming up on Tuesday.
Can we say
A
what the
week
Grand
from
Marshal
today.
is?
I can't say.
You
no.
can't say?
No,
Okay.
I will let them announce it.
What do they do? Is it like a voting process or?
They do their own thing. I don't know.
You don't know?
Within their committee from the Great American Irish Fest, I think they're involved with coming up with the year's leader, and then last year's leader will come and pass the Shillelagh.
Ah, cool. Right on. Let's back up and talk about Saturday though. The
Okay.
bad finger, Joey Mullen coming in.
So he's the last guy left, guitar player and
Yep.
a singer. You know, the band Badfinger, if you do a little research on him, he had kind of a tragic existence.
Really?
A couple of guys took their lives. You know, they got really screwed over by management. They had all these big hits. The money didn't go to them. It went to the management. They signed some bad deals. But they were really under the wing of the Beatles. Paul McCartney and George Harrison. They really took a liking to these guys, all British, the Badfinger guys. And when Paul wrote Come and Get It, he gave it to the Badfinger guy. He said, here, record this. And it was a big hit for them. And it started launching their career. And Beatles would later cut it themselves. It's on one of the anthologies if you dig deep for it.
Can you refresh my brain? What's the big hit from Badfinger?
No matter what you are.
Oh, yeah.
I will always be with you. Nice.
Yeah, and then
I love that song.
Baby Blue was the last song played on Breaking Bad. That was the final song. It was a Badfinger song, if you remember that.
Right.
And Day After Day, Day After Day. It was another one of their big hits. But one little-known trivia fact, they wrote, If living is without you, I can't live. That was them. They wrote that. But Nielsen had the big hit with it. So we may hear that Saturday night.
Wow.
But Joey talks a little bit about background on some of the songs. He definitely will play some Beatles songs. He'll talk about their involvement with the Beatles. And he calls it Badfinger, the Beatles, and Beyond. So that'll be the second set on Saturday night, the headlining set. He's got some backup guys coming in from Syracuse area, Paul Davey and a bunch of guys, including Mark Barnes, who played with Plastic Soul.
Yeah, old
did
friend.
Did the local Beatles tribute. I remember a big night we had at the Electric Company with Plastic Soul. It was John Liebing, John Smales, and Mark Barnes. Mark's the guitar player. He's right down to the right strings that the Beatles used, the right amps. So he'll be backing up Joey Molland as well. And he's
Very cool.
He's going to help out with the Central New York All-Stars, we're calling it. And 22 singers, musicians will be opening up the night. I went and slipped into the rehearsal yesterday and kind of eavesdropped what was going on. I was hanging out with the Sistai boys, and it is coming together nice.
Yeah?
They're going to do an hour's worth of British rock tunes. And remember, back in 60s, these songs were like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So they're going to be 15, 17 songs. They're going to be doing everything from the Animals to the Zombies, the Hollies, a Beatles tune or two, a Stones tune or two, and some cool ones. Itchy-Coo Park from the Small Faces, Jerry and the Pacemakers. And we've got quite the lineup. I mean, you know every single person, I'm sure, that's going to be involved in this. Everybody from people from Classified, Mike from the Bombs coming in.
Scotty Bass, Scotty Henderson from Nine Ball.
He's
going to be in the mix, too.
Mike from... Simple Props.
Mike Sales. We give him props all the time because he deserves a lot of respect.
He's a great guy.
He's one of the most underrated singers around.
Yep.
I
really
thought they
is.
were like a wedding band, just by the name. And then when I see them on New Year's Eve, they blew me away. I seen them up at the gig. They were awesome.
Spencer from Last Left is coming in.
Oh, great.
We got a lot of different people. Lenny Milano's going to play drums on a couple songs. Daryl Madison. Annie Carey's going to sing Downtown. Downtown.
Our boy Genesee Joe's going to be taking the stage.
Genesee Joe's
Can't forget him.
For Dave Clark 5 tune, he's going to play the harmonica on one of the classics.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's going to be cool. Yeah, a lot of people involved.
Now, what's happening is like the Sistai Brothers, are they the band and everybody's going to fill in?
So then periodically, I'll be off to the side. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the new people joining and where this song was on the charts and who this band is. And ladies and gentlemen, the tribute band now presents the Hollies. Bus stop. And so we're going to be into all these different things, all these different trivia facts, and it's not going to be stop, tune up, stop, bang the drums. We're going to flow. It's going to be from start to finish. It's going to be a nice flow.
Wow, you're in a singing mood. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of the words.
What day is this show?
Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday.
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
It's a British invasion.
Now, usually October is the big month where everything comes in, but I feel March is the new October.
This spring, I mean, we've got dance competitions coming in, and those will come in from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 400 to 500 students up on stage doing their songs, which means mom and dad are there usually, and then auntie and grandma and grandpa. We fill the theater with people watching these, which means they're in the restaurants, they're in the hotels, they're bringing their dollars into Central New York. Big economic impact for those.
Absolutely.
And we do in the spring the dance competitions, in the fall the cheerleading competitions. Some of the same faces. So it's local schools, but the dance schools from Rochester, Albany, Binghamton, they're all coming in from Syracuse. So they rent the rooms, they eat in the hotels, and they spend some cash here, and they hang out and enjoy the beautiful theater. They all love coming in, too.
Yeah. Enjoy.
We love having them.
You know, you guys are the anchor of downtown. Stanley Theater, but now
that right on cue.
He's in the singing mood today. I like it.
Yep.
You call your brother the singing CPA. Yeah, you're the singing theater manager today. You're the singing doctor. There you go.
Imagine that if you're going for a checkup, the docs come in. Hey, what's wrong with you?
The song doctor.
There you go. The Dr. Love. But downtown is really exploding a little bit. Don't you see it happening? I mean, with the Ocean Blue going on and all the fun things that are going on. It's busy.
That whole
down
landmark
there.
building is beautiful that they redid for that.
And more and more buildings, I think, are being bought up and rehabbed. The one right next to Bank of Utica, they put a bunch of condos in there.
Which Bank of Utica is looking great.
Bank of Utica is looking awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I was coming down the street when they first turned the lights on the clock tower, and I realized it had the LED lighting on it. It looked beautiful coming in from. I was coming from North Utica area, coming over the hill. I said, "Wow, look at that! It shines all the way through."
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
And it changes colors.
John
too.
Devereaux down there now.
Yeah. Big ups to our boy Tom Powers and Tim Starziak.
Yes, exactly. That's a nice, rebirth of the old the Devereaux's back.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing music too.
Are they?
They just got some music happening, so that's going to be going down. And there's just so much activity going on downtown. Plus Utica College being down there. There's starting to be more foot traffic. So
and you just can't say how great the Odd looks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's just amazing. And you're going to see that whole area down there, the Bag Square area.
They leveled that building already. That was quick. They took that one building right out of there.
They took it right out.
And they're going to put another rink in there.
Oh,
right, the Nexus Center. And big ups to Rob Ash too, man, because Rob Ash is creating this tournament facility, and there's going to be people coming from Toronto and Canada and all over the Northeast to come play hockey in tournaments. And not only are they going to be playing hockey, but they're going to be playing indoor lacrosse and indoor soccer and also ice hockey. So it's going to be a multifaceted facility.
And I love that.
It's going to be awesome.
I love they finally got it sponsored too. You know what I mean? The Adirondack Bank Center. Which we got to get used to calling it instead of just the Odd, which it sounds so much better than the Odd, It's funny because they got this UFC fight going on, and my cousin from Florida is actually coming up, and I'm really excited to have him come. I haven't seen him in 10 years, but one of his fighters is fighting on that card. Oh, really?
So he texted me the other day. He's like, what's this Adirondack Bank Center? Because he's originally from Utica, and I'm like, that's actually the Odd.
Also known as.
Yeah, a.k.a. It's going to be hard to get out of it. It will always be the Odd for us people.
And you're right. It is great to see that kind of sponsorship happening in town when more and more businesses embrace what's happening, and help out with the sponsorships, whether it's one of our shows or the auditorium or what's going on, all around us. It's very important because things would be a lot bleaker without corporate sponsors helping out.
Right.
I can tell you that firsthand.
Yeah. I mean, just look at it. The place is amazing.
Yeah.
You go drive by and I'm like, this is the Odd?
And it's a good way for corporations and our local businesses and the mid-sized ones to be involved and say, hey, I'm proud to be part of what's happening with the rebirth of what's going on locally.
And it definitely is a rebirth, too. Yeah. I mean, just the attitude you hear from people no more. It's not that whole, plague of death now in Utica.
And you don't hear, the kids coming out of college aren't taking the first bus out of here and getting out of town. I think a lot of them are saying, I'm going to be hanging around and making a difference here and making some cool things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big attitude change.
It really is.
Because for a while there, I mean, I got nephews and nieces and they're gone.
They couldn't wait to get out of here.
They're gone.
Now you got people sticking around doing things, like bus trips and tomato pie fests and things of that nature.
Yeah, bring it on.
But not only is March big at the theater, but you've got, and also we got to mention the Doherty show. Daughtry, sorry.
Daughtry, yeah, this is a big concert. It's already over 2/3 sold out.
Yeah.
Balcony is about the only place you're going to find an open seat now, but that's okay because every seat's a great seat in the theater. But it's funny because they'll call up, and I get this all the time. Anything up front? Any tickets up front? Where were you about 3 months ago? Could have got you there, but nah. You snooze, you lose. You got to get in quick on the ticketing for some of these. Daughtry is going to be a big show Thursday, March 29th. There's a couple warm-up bands involved, and it's to benefit the Citron Foundation, same group that was very involved with the Gavin DeGraw, Andy Grammer show a couple years ago. They put that on. And they've got New York State Tools involved in that show, and the events planners are involved. It's just going to be another big show. This is what really is going to be driving the popularity of all generations and all interests of the local followers to come into the Stanley. It's not just one thing. It's a wide variety of things. We've got Broadway. We've got comedy coming. We've got concerts. We've got country. We've got a Christian guy coming in April, Jeremy Camp, very popular with the Christian musicians. Big market. So let's get those folks in there as well. We've got bodybuilding coming in.
I just seen that. I was like figuring like
Bikini show.
I'm like,
yeah.
Bodybuilding.
That's been in. We've done a couple of them last year.
Really?
And it's great. It's a lot of them that are into the real clean eating, and it's not so much about really getting super pumped up, but just definition.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a couple of those shows last year. It was great. The people
Where
that
can I
came in from
enter?
out of town. You're ready. Check in.
The Arnold Classic.
I'll be the before picture.
Yeah.
Pump you up.
Is
So
Lou
that's-
Ferrigno coming? I loved Lou Ferrigno when I was a kid.
And Arnold.
So you're absolutely, but then you got all these, like you said, you got comedy coming up, and we got to mention too the Genesis tribute that's coming. I know a lot of my friends are really excited about Rail coming.
Okay,
in.
so here's how this Genesis started of the Genesis tribute band. Rail, the guys have been in before, played over at Lucan's. Genesee Joe went, a few other people went, and they've been contacting us, and I've been talking to a few others in town. Very progressive rock fans are headlined here by, I think we've got a pocket of progressive rock fanatics.
Absolutely.
Mike Bragano and Lenny out in Rome. These guys have been talking to me. We sat down and talked about who can we do, what can we do for progressive rock fans. And Rail's name came up, and I heard nothing but great things about their local show that they did. And I said, let's give them a shot. And I talked to the guy, and he said, I've got another group of friends of mine. They're from downstate. I got another group of my friends that do a Yes tribute.
Wow.
I said, wow, let's talk about putting you guys together then. And that's what's going to happen. Awaken is the Yes tribute. They're going to open up, and then Rail's going to do the Genesis tribute. And it's the
That's so
early
cool.
Genesis stuff.
See,
And some Peter Gabriel solo.
you're talking about your progressive rock fans that are out there. One's chiming in right now. Our good buddy Dave Borge is checking in.
Borge!
So he's pretty excited.
He
for,
just got
for
off
the
a
Rail.
cruise. He went and
Yeah.
saw Marillion. Steve Hackett, yes, was on that cruise.
Uh-huh.
And he was living it up. I mean, talk about a great lineup and a great place to see it all. On a boat, on the water with
Right.
sunshine and drinks.
It's the trend now.
A lot of bands are doing these cruises.
It's a trend now.
Yeah.
In fact, Chris Jericho's doing something pretty interesting. He's doing a rock and wrestling thing where he has all his buddies, all his wrestling buddies, they're going to set up on a cruise, and also all his rock and roll buddies are going to set up on a cruise, kind of intermingle the two.
What I think is cool about it is a lot of these guys can't sell out venues on a normal basis by themselves, so they group them
True.
up with a bunch of different, because you get like the 80s hair metal bands.
Right.
I mean, how hard is it for those guys to fill a venue? But you put a bunch of them together on a boat, you're selling that thing out.
And their diehards will come from all over
Right.
to be
They
on
come
that
to
boat.
you. Yep.
Yeah, to jump on that boat. Look at Dave, joined all these other fans, and now he's got other progressive rock fans that love Marillion like he does, and he's going to have his new network of friends, and they're going to go probably travel out and go do road trips to go see some more shows. But we're going to get those guys into the Stanley on Saturday,
love it.
June 30th
Yeah.
for Progressive Rock Night. We're going to even add some more added bells and whistles to that night too, because it's going to be a special night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I'm going to back up a little bit more too, but America's coming to town as well.
Mention them too, yeah.
Okay, so America, I think this year might be their 50th year together.
Wow, really?
I know
Are they the Horse with No Name?
They
Yeah.
are. The Horse with No Name and Ventura Highway. And So those guys never have played the Stanley, and I've been trying to get them for a couple years.
That surprises me, actually.
Yeah, me too, because I think the genre of music is perfect. It's that acoustic rock, the classic rock. It'd be perfect for this type of a setting in the beautiful Stanley. So we got them. It's going to be on Friday night, May the 11th, and don't look now, it's about 2 months away. Our friends down in Herkimer at the Herkimer County Historical Society, they got a hold of me and said, hey, we want to do something in the way of a concert for fundraising as well, because a lot of these groups are seeing what Citron has done and what some of these other groups have done for fundraising with us, and we're wide open to doing that. Any local charities want to get a hold of me and got some ideas,
Team Abigail?
let's get together.
We'll talk about that, actually.
Yeah.
That's something I wanted to bring up to you, but we'll get there in a second.
Sorry, on air meeting. I have a problem with that.
He does.
It's fine.
He's got-
Things hit me in the head, and I got to say it.
Yeah.
If I can be a part of it too, let me know. Hey, I'm ready to add my 2 cents. But America's coming. It's going to be a great show. We're working to get some local musicians out in front. Can't tell you who yet because we got to get it cleared by the management, but we're hoping it comes through any day now, so we'll be able to tell you. But we're looking forward to it. Horse with No Name, Tin Man, Ventura Highway. They got a million great
do.
songs. So
They do.
There'll be a fun walk down memory lane.
Is that a full band?
It's the two.
It's
two,
just the
two of
two-
the 3 originals.
Uh-huh.
One guy has passed away.
All right.
So there's 2 of the 3 originals. They bring a full band.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and that surprises me that they've never been to Utica. I felt like they've played here before.
I saw them outdoors at Vernon Downs. It must have been maybe 6 years ago, and it was fantastic. I mean, I forgot half the songs that they have in the catalog. You know, boom, oh, that one, boom, that one. You know, so they have a lot of songs. Got a lot of radio airplay back in the day. Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Doc, do you have people coming up to you, almost like a stump the trunk type of thing, and give you like music trivia? And
you know, occasionally somebody will come up and say, "Hey, man, you know, I met you at the concert at the Odd, you know, with Rush and back in the day," or something like that. But usually, it's from. I get in the grocery stores like, "Oh, I see you. I used to see you on TV with the animals from the Humane Society." That's cool too. Yeah, I was just up on TV yesterday, and it was on a Monday. I used to go up every Monday for the Humane Society. Every Monday at noon, bring a dog or a cat. Usually dogs. Cats just don't behave when you need them to behave for 3 minutes.
Right.
Dogs, at least you got them by the leash.
Give them a treat or
give 'em
something.
a treat,
Yeah.
and they'll sit right there.
yeah,
But
for sure.
those were fun days. I loved hanging out up there with my crew at the Stephen Swan Humane Society.
So
Now I've been 5 years at the Stanley.
Has it been? I was just about
I-
to ask you that. 5 years now.
I'm going to start my 6th year May 1st or June 1st.
Yeah.
So it's
And hats off to you, man, because you're doing a bang up job over there.
Hey,
You
ring the
know,
bell.
you're doing a great job over there. And
I have a lot of help.
Yeah.
You know the crew I have over
Yeah.
there with Steve and Nick and Linda and
Gina
and Emily and the
Emily,
whole
yep.
crew there, and Bobby and Dave, helping out with the maintenance and everybody else. Our board president, Kurt Pearsall, is a big supporter, helping us get done what we need to get done over there.
I got to give some love to Joe Finelli as well, and
Joe and the crew.
stagehand crew over there too.
ITEA crew.
Yeah.
Jivo and the gang. Yep.
So you guys got the Bad Boys Comedy Tour.
So they've been around before, different lineups, and this is our friend Antonio out of Rochester booking these in. And he's got Vic DiBettetto coming again in November, who was there last year. But
He's
the Bad
hilarious.
Boys, I think there's 4 of them, and they're all a riot. You can check them out on Facebook, and you can check them out on Google them, and you can see some of their comedy bits. They're outrageous.
We might actually get some of the comedians in here.
Yeah, we've been talking. We're hopefully
With Tony?
Yeah, got some things in the works, so
Yeah,
we're one of the
he's a
proud
lot of fun.
sponsors
Put
of
him
that show.
on. He's got a million stories too.
I don't think he wants to come on. I think he's just rather give it the attention to his
You
people.
tell him to come in and have some dessert and coffee. When he sits down, turn the mic on.
There you go.
Surprising.
That's how it usually works, right? Busy year, and then coming into the summertime too. And we got tomorrow's guest, Gina Scampone, coming in. We're going to talk about
the pairing.
Summerfest as well, and she's also doing a pairing.
Yeah, we did 3 of them last year. Gina was involved, Tom Starr and Dave Phoenix and Allison, and they had a whole crew that really helped us put that on. We couldn't do it without them. And they're continuing it with our first food pairing of this year, which is going to be on April 29th on a Sunday at 4 o'clock. And what this is we go right on a stage, and Jeff Daniels at Valley View will come up with a great menu, and they pair it up with craft beer and wine.
Nice.
And so people can come in, and it's a fundraiser for the theater, and you sit on the stage, look out at the beautiful seating area, and we've got, I think, a jazz trio for this one.
Oh, cool.
And Gina will probably know a little bit more as far as the particulars to tell you tomorrow. And then it's all it's such an experience. You don't normally when you go to the theater, you're sitting in the seats and you're looking up watching the band or the Broadway show or the performers. Now you can come on the stage and look out that way. We want to do more and more of that type of stuff, but this is a pretty classy, elegant event. But it's a lot of fun too.
I imagine it's got to be like a feeling of awe when you're standing on that stage and
Oh.
you look out and you see all those seats and everything. Like,
So here's who's been here before, folks. You're in the same spot that Tony Bennett was, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Peter Gabriel, Aretha Franklin.
Ray Charles.
Oh, there's a million of them.
The list goes on and on and on.
Bon
and on.
Jovi opening up for Eddie Money when they were unknowns.
John
Journey.
Mellencamp.
John Mellencamp.
Oh, John Mellencamp. Yeah, that was.
Didn't Journey open for somebody over there too?
That I don't know. I don't think.
Or
so.
didn't Bon Jovi open for Journey?
Bon Jovi opened for Eddie Money?
Oh, Eddie Money.
I remember.
And then the all female band Vixen opened up for Eddie Money.
Oh, Vixen. I remember Vixen. I remember calling Eddie Money's house.
Yeah.
I had to call him for a show we were trying to promote, and I had his number in the Keeler office, so I decided, well, I'll call his house.
You want to know who's got a lot of stories about Eddie Money? That man has
Oh,
a lot
yeah?
of stories about Eddie Money right there.
Eddie Money goes back to 4 Acres. A lot of these bands do, and it was up in Marcy. And we used to do the low dough 96-cent shows. And Eddie was just putting out his first album, and that was his first tour. And this is back when the record companies used to put a lot of money in the bands getting out there and touring around. But Eddie's been here forever. He's done shows at Captain Trips. He's done shows at the fireworks concerts at Vernon Downs. We've had Eddie in town a whole bunch of times. He's like honorary Central New Yorker.
Seriously.
He really is. And he still remembers coming around here. And he'll talk his famous favorite line about Bon Jovi is, and people have talked to him about this on other shows. I've heard him talk about it. He goes, yeah, those guys, they're starving musicians, so, we had some extra bologna on the platter, so I let them take some sandwiches home with them. These guys, you got to be nice to these guys coming up. He tells that story all the time about the bologna sandwiches he gave to Bon Jovi.
That's a good one.
Here's another funny Eddie Money story. So I had to pick him up at one of the hotels in North Utica to take him down to the radio station and do an interview. And so I go to pick him up. And this is back in the day. I think there's a car dealer there now. The Trevisani Cars across from, it used to be, it was an old Nice and Easy over there, across from Red Roof. So I'm in that area. So I go to pick him up, and he goes, hey, man, I got to just stop, get a soda and some smokes. I said, yeah, no problem. So I pull off to the side, and I let him off. And he goes in the store, and I woke him up, obviously, out of his room. He's like dazed and confused, hair's all messed up. So he goes in the store, and he comes out of the store, and I'm watching him. I'm like, where's he going? He goes and gets into another car. The car getting gas. He goes over, opens the door, and sits in the car. So I got to go over and get him. I said, Eddie, you're in the wrong car. He goes, oh, man, I wonder where you went. I said, I'm right here where I left you off.
You should have waited till the guy got in his car and be like, Eddie Money's in my friggin' car.
So the guy said, Eddie Money. He's like, yeah, right.
Oh, my God.
He looked like Eddie Homeless at the
Imagine
time.
coming back in the gas station and finding Eddie Money in your car.
Right.
We start calling him, Eddie Spaghetti from the Lost Planet Mars. He's just a space cadet at times. But he comes out on stage and he rocks it. He's doing right now, they're doing a Broadway show about his life.
Really?
In Rochester. A guy from Utica is putting it together, who's left here, but he still has ties to the area. And they're rehearsing it. It's called 2 Tickets to Paradise. But it's not out yet, and I don't think it's, like, ready to go. So I think it's getting rehearsed. And they're supposedly, Eddie's like an outsider commenting on what's going on. He's like up in the rafters of the set, but it's a young guy portraying him, and they sing all the Eddie Money songs, kind of put it to a Broadway start
That's
to finish.
interesting.
Yeah, he was a cop at one time,
I was
too,
just
right?
going to say that. Wasn't he a police officer?
He studied to be a cop. I think he went to cop school, to the academy, and it really wasn't what he wanted to do. His father and his uncle, I guess, were New York City cops, Mahoney's. Eddie Mahoney. Nice
Mahoney.
Nice way to shorten it to money, right?
Yeah.
I think I like Mahoney
money.
better. Reminds me of Police Academy.
Mahoney.
There you go. Yeah, he's been in and out of Central New York. Hey, hopefully if this Broadway thing works out we should get it
that
at
would
the
be
Stanley.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We'll see what they're going to do as far as touring. And they said he is going to go out and tour with the show. So he's going to be a part of it, kind of like
He's going to be like the Phantom in the Opera.
Yeah, he's going to be up there in the upper deck,
Up in the
talking about what's
rafters.
going on. Then you can almost see the guy portraying him go through, his record company deals and his life, with the family and how's that all playing, going on the road. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Eddie Money. That's really cool.
You're going to hear more and more of these guys. Springsteen's out on Broadway now.
Really?
He's got a big show down there, sold out. For
About his
forever.
life, too, or something different?
I think they put some of his songs to a show. I don't know if it's specifically all about him. Ronnie Joswick would be the guy. He's gone to see him a million times, and he's gone to Broadway. We've got to plug him in.
What's that supposed to be? What's that called? Born in the USA?
Right.
Born to Run.
The Boss?
Glory days.
The Boss. The Boss on Broadway.
Yeah, there you go.
10th Avenue freeze out. Anyways, no, that's cool. Yeah, and what was the other one? Green Day that came to the Stanley. That was a great show.
Wow, I didn't know
a couple
Green
of
Day-
years ago. They did a whole
the tech show.
The American Idiot, or
Yeah,
was
they,
that what it
they
was
did
called?
the tech show here. I wasn't the director then. But
Oh, you weren't?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I know about it. I know it was there.
But the Motown thing, you were there for that, right?
Motown was great.
That was great.
I sent my mother and my grandmother to the Elvis show you did.
Oh, my God.
They absolutely loved
That
it.
guy, Kevin Mills, came in from, he lives in Canada, but he does the Legend show in Vegas. And Steve Falvo and Carol, his girlfriend, they came to me because we do a couple shows a year with Steve Falvo's big band, Easy Money Big Band. And they said, we got a guy out in Vegas. He's a tremendous Elvis guy. Let's do a show together. So I said, all right, let's work on it. We worked on it. I called him, talked to him, and he's got family down in Philly, in New Jersey, where he grew up with. And those brothers came up and did the merchandise. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? So they were doing the merch and stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
And Kevin came out and did the Elvis thing, and I was impressed. I didn't know what to expect, and he came out and did the rehearsal the day before, and man, he is the second coming of Elvis, right?
He really is.
These guys that have it, they got the mannerisms down, the poses, the way that they do the punch, the karate thing, and they sing all the songs, the ballads, the rockers. He won the Memphis tournament and competitions and stuff. I can see why. But that was a lot of fun, yeah.
She absolutely loved that show. My mom's an Elvis freak.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great show.
So I sent them both I bought them both tickets for Mother's Day, and both my mother and my grandmother absolutely loved it.
We had the local guys, 5 local guys singing Frank Sinatra to start the night.
Oh, that's cool.
So we had Elvis and Frank.
Oh, you need they need a Rat Pack parody or something. You know,
that'd
like
be cool.
A tribute. You know, they recreate the.
I think there is a couple of them out there touring.
There's got to be.
See them at casinos.
They would go huge in Utica.
I think so too.
That would go huge.
I think anything Sinatra.
Like a
would be
Dean
huge
Martin
in Utica.
with Frank and a bunch of those guys.
Yeah, so we're looking to do something like that again in the wintertime, in the fall. We'll be doing, it's our 90th anniversary this year.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing a gala coming up in September. Yeah.
90 years. That's going to be in September?
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh, we got to throw a festival.
That was the year
89
that
on us.
it opened. That was the year it opened up. 90 years ago.
Wow.
In September it opened up.
We need to do a festival.
We have to do something.
That's got to be
We're
something
going through
big.
the archives now, finding some of the, the old pictures of some of the bands that have come through. There's a picture of an elephant on the stage.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Was that for like a circus or
Yeah,
something?
they had like a vaudeville show and he brought an elephant out.
You're probably still finding rooms in that place.
Wait, how did they get that elephant in there? Especially from back in the day, the way they had to load in.
They must have walked it down through the theater.
Had to have.
Put some planks to walk it up on stage.
Had to have. That's
Roy Rogers, I guess, brought his horse up on stage.
Uh-huh.
So back in the old days, his sidekick, Trigger, was it?
Uh-huh.
So.
Do you go through the historian with Frank Tomeno, right? You ever talk to him about that?
I've talked to him a little bit. Joe Kelly's also big
Yeah.
with history, and the folks at the Utica Historical
Love
Society
Joe.
of Oneida County. But we did one of these kind of clean out some of the old boxes, and we found some scrapbooks and some old photo slides and things from back in the day. So we got to go through all them. So when we do the gala, we'll have some displays up of some of the early performances and how it was all built. It took them a year to build it. Back in 1928.
I'm surprised it was that quick. I think it
How
would
did
be
they
longer
do
than
it,
that.
right?
You know,
without computers,
right?
The blueprints, the power tools, all the stuff that's used today. How to do it? And the answer would be, I guess, master craftsmen, the plasterers, the carpenters, the iron workers, people that really just knew their craft, and they.
And you look at
built
the architecture.
Quite a place they built.
The architecture from back then is amazing.
Even the intricacies of all the woodworking and the plasterwork.
The
when you
detail.
Walk in, you look up in the ceiling when you walk into the lobby. Now that we've put the LED lights in there, you can see it all. And you say, how did they do that?
Right.
It's like the scaffolding, like Michelangelo probably did, painting. Just get the scaffolding up there and go do it.
It's amazing. It is, and I've worked every theater in upstate New York, and hands down the Stanley is my favorite, top notch.
Yeah.
It really is. I love that
Thank
facility,
you, Thanks,
man.
Chicken.
It's so beautiful, man.
It is something to go. I've recently gone around to the Landmark and Proctor's and gone to see shows and visit with some folks and stuff. And of course, I'm always looking around, and I, come back and I always tell my staff, you guys keep up the good work because we're definitely out there. We're shining.
We are.
Do you ever do tours for the Stanley?
Yeah, we give tours. People have to call in advance, and then we set up a walkthrough, and we go to the stage area. We go up to the balcony. We go through the lobby. We don't go in the basement looking for ghosts. That's a separate tour.
Yeah, we don't want to open up that portal.
We have done the Ghost Seekers. They have been in there. They wrote about it. They set up the cameras. They set up the microphones, and they found some pretty interesting stuff.
Oh, I imagine.
The orbs and the black fog and things on the stairways. And they heard, a lady calling Beth.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if she was requesting that Kiss song.
I'll tell you, when I lock up at night, I hear some things going on in that place, too.
It's great to have you on board, too. With the Z-Man
I
helping us
love
out.
being
Stanley
there.
Chicken's helped us out.
Yep.
It's always fun to get some people in there that really care about the theater to help us keep it going. That's the name of the game. We're going to hand it off to the next generation. They're going to do their thing.
I was going to say, some of those changing rooms and things like that are really neat. Like the women's room, how they had like their own little separate rooms and like lounges and stuff in the bathrooms.
And there's a kitchen in there, and you got a laundromat in there for it's amazing. It's an amazing facility, and people, if you want to utilize that facility, give Jerry a call. Open to pretty much do any kind of event over there, really. Well,
we do a lot of different events in there. We do seminars, we do baby showers. We had a book signing a couple Saturdays ago that I was involved with. We do the big concerts, the big Broadway shows, from top to bottom. We can take care of. We got smaller rooms for smaller events, and the big room for the big events. The Tram anniversary party was outstanding.
It was.
That was fantastic.
That was a lot of fun.
Was great. Some fine things that the community has been working on. They bring it to us, and if we can accommodate people coming in there, it's what I refer to as our communities theater. Everybody come in and use it. You got an idea, you want to do some kind of a function there, let's talk about it.
Okay. And how do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can call my desk, 624-2913. You can call the box office. They can transfer you up, 724-4000. Let's talk a second about ticketing, as long as I just mentioned the box office. People with all these shows coming up, I've got to give you the main tip when it comes to tickets. Do not buy online if you can avoid it, because there's a lot of bogus third-party scalp sites out there which are legal, believe it or not. And they will charge you exorbitant fees. They will double and triple the cost of the ticket, and you don't really even know what you're getting. Stay legit. Go to the Stanley box office or call the Stanley box office. We are also linked up through Ticketmaster, but you can save some fees even that way by calling us direct or coming down.
I hate those guys, too, because what they do is they buy up all the tickets for the show, and it's like, oh, it's sold out. And then you realize, oh, no, there's tons of tickets open.
They're trying to combat that with the bots and the things that are online, and New York State's involved in it. We spoke, myself and our board president, we spoke to Joe Griffo and Anthony Brindisi, and the New York State legislators in the assembly, they're all behind the information here. They know what's going on. It's just trying to police these ticketing things. Ticketmaster's trying to police themselves. They're involved in secondary markets themselves, and they claim it's for people that don't want to stand in line, don't want to get a busy signal. We will provide tickets at a incentive at a premium price, to which we say, come on, open it up for the public, let the buyer beware, and let the public demand, supply and demand.
Where's
100%.
Pearl Jam again?
Yeah, right.
Remember Pearl Jam took a stance.
Yes.
They refused to tour until they dropped their ticket prices.
We need another band out there to take a stance like that, against like these StubHubs and all those these other third-party ticket vendors or whatever.
Did we cover everything coming up? There's so much. Sesame Street. Did we talk about Sesame Street?
Yeah, tell me how to get to Sesame Street.
A week from this Thursday on the 15th, 2 shows, 10:30 if you really want to bring the little kids that can't stay up a little bit later, and then 5:30. And that's going to be a little something. Oh, you guys are right in on this. The tour is called Let's Party.
Nice.
And the letter of the day is D.
The big D is spinning over here.
Hey, Doc, have you ever got one of those hologram tour packages on your desk yet? Have you seen any of those?
We got one for Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison?
It just came through a couple weeks ago. One of the agents is pitching a tour of the late, great Roy Orbison from the Traveling Wilburys and from, of course, all of his solo accomplishments.
He wrote so many hits.
Pretty woman.
He wrote so many songs.
Walking
Even songs
down
for
the
other people he
street.
wrote.
Yeah, he had Crying and a lot of others. But I don't know. I don't know how that would go over here. We have, trouble sometimes getting people to come in and see live people,
Right.
let alone holograms of people.
I think if you had the right package, though, like maybe, because I know there's going to be Freddie Mercury, a Queen one happening. And the other one is Dio. Dio's out there right now.
Yeah.
They're doing the Dio hologram right now. They're in Europe right now.
Tell me a little bit more about it if you know about it. So they bring a band behind them, and then they just show the hologram of Dio singing.
The Dio is Ripper Rowan, right?
No, what's happening is, Ripper, they have a little platform. They set up a drum riser, and on that drum riser will be the hologram.
The screen or whatever.
The screen. Now, what they're doing is, yes, there is a band that backs it up. But what Ripper Owens is doing, he's kind of going back and forth. Like, he'll do a song or two, and then he'll not, and then they'll bring out the hologram, and then he'll do a song or two, and then bring out that. So it's kind of like a mix and match type of thing.
I don't know if he was like singing behind the hologram, or is it?
Well, that might be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Dio would do
think
great
about
just because he's got local roots, and Cortland roots. I think.
Yeah, but Dio just do good because he's Dio.
Man, he's Dio.
I don't think a lot of people remember that he has local roots.
And his name begins with D.
Right?
See, there's a trend here.
Oh, Tom Borges is checking in. He says, Dr. Rock, what's up, Jerry?
What's up, Tom? What's going on, everybody? We appreciate everybody chiming in.
They've got a lot of different holograms, though. That it's gonna be a thing.
I think there'll be more and more of it coming out. These are like the Trailblazers. These first couple coming out.
Yeah.
And then if they do Gangbusters, of course, there's gonna be a lot more. Ronnie Van Zant coming out with Skinner or something. Now that he's gone. But I don't know.
Elvis hologram.
There'll probably be a Michael Jackson.
I'm surprised Vegas isn't all over.
So there you go.
Hologram.
There's your Rat Pack, and you throw in Michael Jackson and these guys that are no longer here.
They're getting there. Actually, Vegas is starting to become.
I thought they would have started instead of like Tupac. I thought they would have started with Elvis. Just Elvis is that like quintessential Vegas.
Maybe it's tough to get the rights. Right.
That's probably the other thing too. I can imagine how expensive it is. When they first did that Tupac thing, do you remember they did Tupac in Coachella?
Yeah.
I think that was the very first hologram.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? Weird to start with Tupac. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
weird. Because maybe let's say you screwed it up. unless they screwed up, and then it's only Tupac. You know?
Are you watching the TV show on that?
Yes, I am on USA.
I recorded. I haven't watched.
Yeah, I started
Is it
watching it
good?
last night actually.
The Tupac one?
There was a Tupac and Biggie. They're kind of like invest. It's like almost like a CSI
I did watch a
type
little bit of it,
thing.
yeah. And the cop is the not Joe Fry's guy, right?
Yeah, it's almost like a yes. He is.
I watched the Straight Outta Compton.
Great one.
Great movie.
That was great.
movie.
That was great. But yeah, the Dio one was really expensive though. For them to do however long it was, maybe it was 20 minutes, or they did like maybe 2-3 songs. It cost them like $4 million for that, like
To
20
produce
minutes.
that?
Yeah,
Wow. What
just for the hologram itself.
Let's get Paul McCartney and Ringo and do a Beatles hologram.
Oh my God, they would kill.
That would be
They would kill.
amazing.
But then you hear reports from Snoop Dogg, who said it was freaking him out standing next to a hologram.
Can you imagine?
Of his buddy here? He was really freaked out by it. So
Yeah, it's different.
yeah, it's
It take a
different.
little getting used to.
Well, can you imagine turning over and there's like a hologram of one of your friends? You know, like. Just
But you know what?
freaking
In
out.
the future, if you look ahead 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody can come back and look at the bands in their prime, you'd probably want some archive
Mm-hmm.
stuff, at least the video stuff, and then the holograms would be fun when you start thinking about it. The cavalcade of rock stars will start coming out. You could do
Absolutely.
something.
Like Led Zeppelin, like
Yeah.
because Robert Plant doesn't have
Pink
that
Floyd,
voice
Zeppelin,
anymore.
all
Yeah.
those guys come rolling out.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yikes, that'd be great.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it's the wave of the future. It's what's happening too. And you can see it on the commercials. Do you see those commercials? Like, if you want to invest money in the hologram USA.
I did. As a matter of fact, I did see that, and I didn't really know you could invest in it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that questions me, like, so with the holograms coming into popularity, and as they get more and more common, would they start hindering upon like the actual live acts? You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
Because you might be able to do multiple hologram shows and not have to pay anybody.
Or it could help.
Really.
It could help the live acts too. What if they went on tour with a hologram band or something like that?
But like, if I can see a young Bob Seger as opposed to 72-year-old Bob Seger, I might want to go see the younger Bob Seger.
Or maybe Bob should bring that out with part of his tour.
There you go.
First and second set type of
Yeah,
thing.
let me take a break. Bring the hologram out.
Watch my 22-year-old self.
But I mean, you feel the odd with people, going to see a hologram versus trying to fill a stadium with the actual person. You know what I mean? Like, people might just go with the hologram.
How about simulcasts? What are your thoughts on simulcasts?
It's
Say there's a big Rolling Stones tour, and they say we're only going to do 5 cities, and then the other cities are available to pick it up on a screen.
Well, bands like Fish and Mo and Humphreys, they do it all the time. They call it couch tour. That's what they call
And
it.
it's in your house?
It's in your house, and what you do is you got to pay. It's like like $6-7 or something. You got to pay it, or however much. I'm not really 100%
But
sure
would
on the
they
price.
go over and say the theater or the Odd?
Would it go over in the theater or the Odd?
Maybe.
Almost like a
Depends on the band. Like, so okay, if you had the
closed
Big Four,
circuit type of thing.
just say like hypothetically Big Four, where they're only played certain venues. You know what I mean? So you're gonna go to MetLife Stadium. They're gonna sell it out. So like, not everybody can go to that show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you could sell it like.
Would Pink Floyd say live from outdoors in some big festival? If we ran it, or if the Odd, the Adirondack Bank Center ran it, would people go?
I have an
Or
idea.
would you wait till it come out on DVD?
No,
do it in your own man cave.
You would have to have something with like beer and things like that, and make it a party in itself. Along with it, I wouldn't just show it like as a live stream. You would actually have to add to the event. But I
like
definitely
a
think
concert.
people
You have a beer stand open,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah, keep it like a normal concert. I have an idea, and here comes another on-air meeting, which I don't like to have, but we will have it for this. Since Paul Simon has announced his retirement, and he's doing that one last show in Hyde Park in London, maybe you can simulcast that.
Shows like that.
Yeah, something like
Elton
that.
John said he's gonna hang it up.
Yeah.
Neil Diamond said he's.
They're all hanging it up. Bob Seger's hanging it up.
Is he?
Ozzy's hanging it up.
They're all
wow,
hanging it up.
Seeger's-
This is the year of the retirement.
Seeger used to open up just about every show at the Utica Odd back in the day. And it used to
Really?
be almost like not a running joke, but like, well, who's opening up for Blue Oyster Cult, for Kiss, for Boston? Who's opening up? Bob Seger? Yep. Okay.
I'm a huge Seger fan too.
Me too.
I would have loved it back then.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
I just
His
went seeing it
sax
with my
player-
mom
Where?
up in Rochester. My mother and I went up in September.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
show.
He's the guy that's been true to his style. He never really wavered, never got glitzy and
Nope.
glammed out. He just really did the old Bob Seger.
Very blue collar.
Yeah,
you
very
know.
blue collar. But his sax guy, alto
it's
reed,
amazing.
would climb up on all the speakers, or in the Odd, he would be up in the rafters, he'd be up in the cheap seats playing the sax. Oh, unbelievable.
His guitar player is underrated. Like, I mean, some of these guitar riffs that they're playing, and I loved it because I usually go to metal shows and things like that, and then going to the Seeger show and you get the whole backup singers, you got the string section, horn section, multiple drums, and all kinds of stuff going on. I'm like, this is awesome.
It's an orchestra kind of.
Yeah, it's like a whole ensemble, and it's great.
You go way back. Bob Seger and Glenn Fry started together.
Yes.
So there was a connection there between those guys over the years. And I think in the touring band right now, Craig Frost from Grand Funk is playing with Seger. I don't know he was.
Really?
I don't know if he still is.
Glenn Fry is actually on the song Ramblin' Gamblin' Man.
Yeah.
You can hear him in the background.
And there's another hologram. We can bring him.
Right. Yeah.
They're
down
playing
the road,
this summer too. The Eagles.
Yeah.
See, now you gotta get the Eagles at the Stanley, and I'll be there.
That'd be a big show.
Like $1,000 ticket.
I know, right?
That'd be a huge show. Yeah,
is there a wish list that you have of like some bands that you want?
Yeah. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Mo and Joe Bonamassa. How about that?
Put them together.
Yeah, right. Put them together. Well, it's funny because when Mo last played at the Stanley back in '98, Bonamassa came up and sat in with him on that show. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if
it rips.
Can we ask him?
Oh, you want to get me fired up, chicken? Why do you want to get me fired up? Okay, go ahead, ask him.
Why is there no love for Joe Bonamassa in this town?
This is gonna get me fired up.
Well, there's many different opinions on that. Some will say there is a lot of love for Joe in this town, and I would hope so, because here's a guy right from Yorkville. He walked the hallways of New York Mills School. He has accomplished so much as a musician. But there was a situation a few years ago, and I hope this isn't something that has really just kind of tarnished Joe's impression of the love for him here in this area. He played a gig at the Saranac Brewery parking area there, and it wasn't a Saranac Thursday, it was a concert.
Yeah, it was a concert series.
And it wasn't jam-packed. It was a decent crowd there.
No,
you're shaking your head. No, I thought it was a decent crowd. It wasn't.
It was
wasn't
light.
packed.
It was really light.
And later on, I did talk to Joe, and I went on the bus and talked to him and his dad, and they were disappointed. And I told him, you know what, Joe, don't hold that against this area here, whatever you do. And we've had some discussions afterwards. I saw him in concert at the Landmark in Syracuse a couple summers ago, and we had a little chat. And I think it's going to happen. I would like it to happen soon, but the tours just haven't really lent themselves for him to come in when we were open and he was open. We did have a couple of days set aside for him last year, and then the tour switched, and then he put the show at the amphitheater in Syracuse, which kind of bumped us out. So we're still hopeful it's going to happen. Is there any kind of ill feeling towards Joe? Not really. I think it's just a little bit of anticipation and disappointment that he hasn't been closer, because if you want to go see him, you go to Syracuse, go to Albany, you go see him around us. To which I say, Joe, come back home.
Please.
Bring the video crew in. Call it Joe Goes Home. Go to middle school. Do a seminar for the kids in music class, and come in and take us.
Give him a key to the city.
We'll do the filming for him.
Yeah, take us down memory lane. Talk about when it first started for you here in town, and do a storytellers even if you want. Just bring you and the guitar. It doesn't have to be the full band. We can do something that works for Joe. If he comes home to visit mom and dad for Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, fill in the blank, Mother's Day, we'll do something with him. Do something to help the theater, and the fans would dig it.
It's a travesty that he's not huge in this area where he's huge all over the world.
There should be a statue of this guy in
There
this town.
should be a street named after him.
I was in Florida last year, and there's billboards all over for his appearance down there.
Right.
And they had him on PBS, and they were talking about him, except the gal, funny story. The gal on TV says, oh, my gosh, we're so thrilled, and we're so honored to have Joe Bonamassa coming in.
Oh, they couldn't even say his name.
I'm like, I bet you are thrilled. Let's get the pronunciation of our hometown boy going here.
This is a conversation that we have a lot on the show, that he just gets ridiculed. And plus, he had some bad media. He had some bad press going on.
I know there
in
was a
Syracuse.
newspaper review in Syracuse that kind of took him to task on a couple things, but all in all, he's normal. He's a human being.
Right,
like us.
exactly.
Time is ticking, Joe. Hopefully you'll get a note from somebody saying that they heard us talking today. We will roll out the red carpet. We'll make it work.
Absolutely.
Pick a day. If it's open for us right now, we'll block it in, and we'll lock it in, and we'll say, this is going to be Joe Bonamassa Day in Utica. We'll get him coming home.
Got an open door at the D.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course.
We'll give him a key to the city. I mean, the whole, like you said, the red carpet treatment, because he deserves it.
Yes,
He walks on the stage in Royal Albert Hall in London, England, and here comes Eric Clapton joining them. You know, he sells out all over Europe. He sells out in America. We got to get him to come to his hometown. His mom and dad are still here.
And the thing is, everyone like, oh, Stevie Ray Vaughan is God. You know what I mean? For obvious reasons, Stevie Ray Vaughan was super talented. But this kid is just right up there, too.
And not only that, but the blues element, but Black Country Communion, the stuff that he's doing with Glenn Hughes and Jason Bonham, I mean, that is some great, and it's going to be legendary stuff when looking into the future. It is.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about the scaling of the musicians, think of it as the Olympics. He's a gold medal winner in the guitar world.
Yeah.
You know? And he's from here.
Yeah.
He's from here. So we got to figure out a way to get him home.
gold medal winners.
Yeah.
You know how many Grammys? He has a couple Grammys too, but he always, every time he releases an album, it's always the #1 blues album in the country.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah,
you know?
they love him everywhere, and we love him here too.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to make that happen. And then my dream, I would love to see Mo 2 nights on New Year's Eve at the Stanley. I would love to make that happen. I don't think it can happen this year. And
we've talked about it. I would love to get the guys from Mo to come back. It's been too long.
They'll be back. I guarantee that they'll come back. But I would really, really love to see them do a New Year's Eve run at the Stanley. They always do it at the Palace. and big ups to my boy Danny Taylor at the Palace Theater. They're doing a great job over there. But I'd like to see us do it.
Yeah.
You know, here at the Stanley, here in Utica, 2 nights. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of hearts right now.
Adeline checking in saying he needs to come home.
They need to both.
They all need to come
bands
home.
got to get booked over at the Stanley. It's a beautiful place. It's looking as best it ever has. It's 90-year anniversary. Be a perfect time to put both those bands in.
Doc, I know you got a little bit of time. We got like a few minutes left. Really quick, how the Mets looking this year, pal? I got to throw it at baseball.
Preseason, so we all are very hopeful for our teams. Mets, it's all about staying healthy. The pitchers really all got hurt and went on a DL last year, and it was terrible. This year, I'm watching a little bit of spring training on TV when I can catch it. I'm going to hope to get down next week, catch a couple games in person, and see what's going on down there. But you know what? It's okay to fly under the radar. We got some guys. We got Frazier. We got Cespedes. We got Bruce. We got some guys that can hit the ball out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got some pitchers that if they're healthy and if they get back to where they were a couple years ago, they could be dominating. So I think the pieces are ready to be put together. Let's see if it happens.
I'm going on a limb.
A new manager, too.
I'm going on a limb. The National League Comeback Player of the Year, Jose Reyes. Jose Reyes.
I saw him playing the other day. He's getting up there in age,
Yeah.
number-wise, but he still looks good.
Yeah, I know.
He can still run.
I agree. And plus, Syndergaard looked good the other day. He was throwing
He did.
over 100 miles an hour.
Harvey
looked good yesterday. So,
yeah.
I'm not even a Mets fan, but I'm well-versed in the Mets.
So what's your take on the Yankees?
I'm loving the Yankees. I love the way they are set up. They've got a lot of power. These teams are going to need to score 7-8 runs to keep up with the Yankees. And then as far as the pitching goes, the front end of that rotation, all they have to do is go 5 or 6 because that bullpen is tight.
It'll still be good rivalry games when Boston and Yankees hook up because Boston, they put J.D. Martinez in there, right? So they've got some power. They've got some pitching. Yankees got power in pitching. It's
going to be a good year.
It's going to be a good battle for those two. It's going to be fun to watch.
As far as the National League East goes, though, I don't think anybody's touching the Nationals this year.
But again, it's about who stays healthy.
Right.
Who can stay healthy for 160 games.
And I hope the Mets pitching staff stays healthy.
I do, too, because what a disappointment. Even Steven Matz had a bad outing the other day. He's coming back for some shoulder and arm problems. So, these guys, they come up through the ranks. They have so much promise, and all of a sudden they get to the big leagues and they start getting injuries, and they have arm injuries that maybe sideline them for a season or maybe forever.
Yeah.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. Before I do take off, I do want to also give a shout-out to the new guy and the family running the Uptown Theater. I want to give them a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Devin Mahoney, man.
Good blessings for his next couple of months getting the theater ready. Anytime he is looking for any kind of information or advice or whatever, look me up, Devin.
That's awesome.
Well, we had him on the show a couple weeks ago.
Walk him through the theater, show him around.
Oh, you should. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago, and he's open to work with everybody. And he did mention on our podcast that he was going to reach out to you guys.
Yeah.
So
I think it's great. There is a need for a theater that size to be open in this area to do some things that's really not conducive to do in our theater with all the seats down there and 3,000 seats at that. So I think it would be great for the area. So
Yeah.
I wish him luck.
That's what we need in this area. We need that smaller theater. We can bring, some good rock bands in and stuff like that. Something that's on that level, like a Westcott Theater type of level, not a 3,000 seater like the Stanley.
We're to continue to do what we do, like the British Invasion show. We won't do more than 500 or 600. We didn't expect to do more than that.
Yeah.
But on the floor where there's 1,800 seats, we're going to have a lot of seats open around in the perimeter.
Yeah.
So even though it's going to be a fun show for us and we're going to love to keep doing them, a smaller theater-sized venue in this area is going to be fitting a niche that needs to be here.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's happening this Saturday. The
British Invasion.
The British Invasion.
Joey Molland. No matter what you are,
I will always be with you. Good harmony, Doc.
No matter what you do, girl.
Ooh, girl, are you? All right, we just lost a whole bunch of people now.
Should have brought him in for the 12 days of Utica Christmas.
Right, totally.
Next time.
Doc, plug the website, how they can find you on social media, Ticketmaster, or Ticket Outlet, and all that.
Okay, thank you. Facebook, Stanley Center for the Arts, website, thestanley.org, and our box office number, the important number to know when you're ordering your tickets, 724-4000, and we'll see you at the Stanley.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in.
Great to come in.
You're stuck with me all week, by the way.
Yeah, he's gonna come help us out all week.
All week.
Theater.
It's gonna be fun though. I'm looking forward to it.
I just want him to come in every day and sing backup.
I know we should start the Disruption band over here.
Keep backing up right out the door.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come right back. Jay Sumner's in the house from ILoveUticaNY.com. Also, we're talking about Tomato Pie Day. Doc, you got to go to Tomato Pie Day.
I'm hungry.
Did you go last year?
Let's eat. I didn't go last year, but I want to go this year.
We had a blast last year.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun. It's happening April 7th at the Parkway Rec Center. So we'll talk to Jay in just a little bit. You hang at EC Radio.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
Gina just checked in.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. Just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Attention listeners, EC Radio is not responsible for unwanted pregnancies, alcoholism, domestic situations, missing brain cells, amplified voices in your head, weakened bladders, bloodshot eyes, STDs, PTSDs, ADHD, HIV, ESPNs, CNNs, rapid head movements, and spontaneous human combustion.
You have no education, you have no interest, you just do whatever reckless thing you want to do, whenever you want to do it, without regard for anyone else. Oh, and when you're not terrorizing the community with your impulsive escapades, you're being a total jerk to your family.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network. Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Disruption Networks. EC Radio. Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? We're back. We live on the D.
Yo.
The all-new DisruptionNetwork.net. You can check us out on the World Wide Web right there. It's got a bunch of our content, a bunch of good stuff that we've been doing throughout the last few months.
Yep.
So, and also I got to mention, too, if you do have the old Disruption Network phone app, you should probably delete it.
Yes, it's not Disruption Network any longer.
No, it's not.
We are coming out with a new and improved phone app soon.
Yes. Somebody took their ball and they went home. So, but anyways, it's Z and Chicken, and we're joined with another guest, another representative of Utica, and a good one at that, who brought his Colt 45 and he's drinking 40s today. Jay Sumner, ILoveUticaNY.com. And also from Tomato Pie Day coming up April 7th at the Parkway Rec Center here in Utica. Always a great time. Last year was amazing. So, Jay, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks so much. It's great to see you guys
Good
and
to
be
see
on
you.
the air with you.
Yeah.
You ever been here before?
Yeah. Well, this is new, This is
Oh,
new.
the new studio, yeah.
I love it. I haven't bumped into the air conditioner once. Those things are like, great.
Yeah, coming from where we started to here, it's a lot more room.
Yeah, we finally came out of the closet. So,
Yeah.
we're out of the closet now.
Hey.
That's good.
and now here we are in our new dig. So, Tomato Pie Day's coming up, man. It'll be here as soon as you know it.
Oh, my God.
About a month.
I'm getting nervous. You think I'm sleeping? No.
No, you're just stoned.
Just no. It's almost legal. Is it legal?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
Okay.
legal in my
I
head.
mean, in Massachusetts,
Not unless you get caught.
California.
No, but it's coming up April 7th. You're a month out, man. It's going to be here as soon as you know it.
1 month away, yeah. I'm very excited. Everyone is on there like this. This week is crazy with media on my Padcaster there. I got a new commercial that I did. I used, would you remember that song from the Godfather movie, Mamma Mia? Well, yeah, that song on there, That's kind of fun. Yep. And, I've got the advertisements in, and it's me doing voiceover going, hey, you better get there. Stupid stuff like that. But everyone will like it and watch it and see it, and they'll come. Tickets are already selling on the internet.
Are they? Great, man.
So that's
How much are
nuts,
tickets?
They're only $3 when you buy them at a time,
Okay.
3?
Yeah, so it's cheap.
It's a no-brainer, folks. It's a no-brainer.
You come out there. It's who's trying to do anything with it other than make sure you love the community. That's all it's all about. Is it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's funny because I had a friend die. My girlfriend's brother-in-law. He fell down the stairs and died not too long ago, right?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
And when we were there, we were like, there's this huge snowstorm the week, and a Saturday they had like the wake on the couple days after, and right in the middle of the sermon, hardly anybody made it. Like 8 people were there, and right in the middle of it, he was like, hey, don't forget we got tomato pie. So tomato pie, it's like one of those things that, at births, when you're celebrating someone being born, they're like, hey, come on over and have some tomato pie. If someone dies, there's always that comfort from tomato pie. It's at every graduation party.
Every
It
party.
really is.
I can't think of a place where tomato pie isn't. It's just always there. If you're from Utica and there's not a tomato pie there, you're probably sleeping or something.
Right.
They're like, oh, I fell asleep. And there'll
It's
be
the
one there in the
go-to.
morning. Yeah.
You're going to a party. It's the go-to thing to bring.
I'll just bring a tomato pie. Who's bringing a tomato? And you're always got to be like, no, I got, 16 people already bringing tomato
And
pie.
everybody has their favorite,
Yeah.
Like we were saying yesterday. Some people it's Salvatore, some people it's Roma's, and then it's Danielle's, and it's like, you never know who. Like everyone's got a different opinion, and they're all really, really good. But it's just a matter of which one you prefer.
I love that he's drinking a Colt 45. I'm sorry
I
to
know.
interrupt you, but
Dude,
you're like the white Billy D. Williams right
well,
now.
you come down through the hood like this. I'm like, man, I gotta stop over here at Zalatan's really quick. And they got the sweet fried chicken rack out there. It's really good.
Well,
stuff.
you can.
I don't want to try any of
Couldn't
that.
pony up for the Steel Reserve or.
No, I don't want. I don't want
Steel
that. I
Reserve.
want to go old school.
Yeah.
That girl came
Little
in.
Crazy Horse.
That girl
St.
came in.
Ides.
That girl came in from the Bard and Mudfest, and I was like, "You want us to be like horses?" And she was like, "You're crazy."
You are crazy. So let's back up a little bit and talk about Tomato Pie Day.
Yeah.
How many vendors do you have?
Well, we've got probably about over 10 vendors selling tomato pie. Let's talk about who they are, if I can name off the top of my head.
Okay.
Roma's, Napoli's,
Roma's is coming to
Giuseppe's.
defend their title, too.
Yes,
we gotta
they
mention.
are coming. So, I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to get the trophy back from them. That's fun.
Oh, they don't get to keep it. They just hold on to it for
They
a
don't
year?
get to keep it?
No, I got it. It's like the Stanley Cup. It's going to go around. I was in there on Saturday or Sunday morning, and I was talking to the owner there, Broccoli, and he was like, "Listen, I'm like, I got to come back and get the trophy and put your name on it and stuff." He goes, "Why are you even taking it? What are you doing? You know we're gonna win." And I'm like, "You don't know you're gonna win. You gotta show up, and be there, and put out the big spread."
I like there's shit talking going on.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
great.
The internet is a great place to talk shit.
Is it really? I
Yeah,
never knew that.
you can talk shit about anything and anyone and anywhere and anything. So you go on there, and I have the Tomato Pie Day event going, and people are like, "I love Napoli's. Roma's is gross, and this is bad." And I'm just like, well, you gotta come and vote. If you really want to chime in, dude, vote. And that's all I say. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you say.
See, I never heard anybody say one's bad. I just hear people say they like one over the other.
Right. You never be like, "Oh, this sucks."
Right.
Right. I agree with you there.
I say it sometimes.
You know whose tomato pie I like, and I was pleasantly surprised, was Utica Bread.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
And
that
our
was
boy
really good.
Tim Hardiman does a great job over there at
Tim
Utica Bread.
Hardiman, I talked to him about it, and he's like, "Jay, I'm going to win this year. I'm going to win. I'm going to win." And he's all about it. He's talking like Rocky Balboa. Dude's like, "I'm going to win, and, Adrian."
They ran out real quick last year.
Yeah, I don't think they were prepared because maybe they didn't believe my numbers. I was like, well, I know at least 800 people are coming because they bought tickets on the
I don't think anybody believed your numbers because everybody was running out. There was tons of people, and it was great.
Well, I told all that's why I want to keep it right in East Utica, because I could have it at the Odd or anywhere like that. But right in a local spot like this, it gives those bakeries the chance to just drive down the hill, pick up another one, drive over here, like Charlie's, Tony's. All those guys are right down the hill,
And they did, too. They came back with brand new supplies.
Because they didn't know what to expect last year.
Well, I told them to do that. I was just like, what you got to do is just, you got a ton down here at the shop, drive down. If you run out, drive down. I think there's going to be at least 800 people, because that's what we've got for ticket sales. And then, there'll probably be more, so think about more.
Yeah. So pretty much every vendor's coming back from last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
You have to.
Are there any new ones?
It'd be stupid if he didn't.
Well, I'm trying. Who's got a great tomato pie? So I'm trying to get them on there. Is Shane Carney from Pizza Boys? He just finished up his recipe. He's like, "Jay, we don't even sell this, but I did a pub crawl." And he sponsored the lunch there. He had a great tomato pie, and I was like, "You should do this here." And is there anybody new? But it's basically the same old crowd, that's what we got. There's a couple other pizzerias I've reached out to. I'm kind of waiting for them to fill out their paperwork.
Gotcha. So no new guy coming on the block that you really like.
Well, no, a lot of the pizzerias that are new, they just sell pizzas. That's all they want to do is pizza, pizza, pizza. And I'm just like, okay, and
we want tomato pie.
Yeah, And the
you ever think about doing
different.
a pizza fest?
Well, no, I thought about it. But
Let's just stick with the tomato pie.
Who wants to do that is Kelly Yako wants to do a pizza fest.
He's got that app, the Pizza Eater or whatever it is.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Big ups to Kelly.
Yeah.
What other vendors besides tomato? You're gonna have other vendors besides tomato pie vendors too, right?
Oh yeah. I'm hoping to. Well, I've got sponsors and stuff like that. I tried to get a couple of health people. Maybe that girl Bernadette Rella who has that sauce.
Yeah, she's been on.
She should be there. I've got the Children's Museum. I've got the Utica Zoo. I've got who can't make it, who I just want to kick the wall about is Audie. Audie's busy.
Aww.
That guy,
Audie.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just have Alex dress up like the Minion
Alex,
guy.
I told him to get all of his freak outfits on, and he was just like, "Oh, okay." He's gonna rap, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, wait till I'm done, and I'm gonna battle you so good."
You're not having a drum circle, are you again?
Well, I can't turn that lady away, So Kelly,
nothing says tomato pie like a good old fashioned drum circle.
Well, they'll come in, and it's just not going to be as long. You know?
I got you.
I
mean, it was cool, you know.
Let them just go on display. Those kids, they work hard, and they're troublemakers. So, well, I shouldn't say that. they're troubled children, and they take it out on the drums.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than what else you could do,
Right, instead of doing drugs and stuff like that.
Do drums, not drugs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Chris Mandry should wear that shirt.
Yeah, do drums, not drugs.
That would be a great shirt for Mandry. Not only are you doing this tomato pie day, but you also do these pub crawls too, where you rent out a bus and people get on and you go explore the town and all these different bar areas. Talk about that a little bit.
It's crazy. It's so much fun because, well, number one, everyone just kind of like, ever since you started that bar down on Varick Street, everyone just hangs out on Varick Street now. So no one ever ventures off to try the other bars, And there's some great bars in Utica all over the place, Rick's Place on Mohawk Street. You been there?
Yes.
Yeah.
You been there? Yeah. So you guys been there? So every time I bring people in there, they always have the funnest time at Rick's Place. I don't know why, but they people start screaming and yelling and dancing and having a good time, and I'm just like, this is amazing. And then the Village Pub and New York Mills and everywhere.
You go to the Highlander?
I have. Somebody died over there. They're closed down, and
Jesus, only one?
Yeah. Well, everybody dies.
You have another bus trip planned?
I want to do one in the spring called the Spring Fling. Maybe right after that. I'm glad that lady told me about what date Barden Mudfest is, because I'm not going to do it on the same.
Yeah, you got to come up to Barden Mudfest, man.
Yeah, she told me to come up there. She said this is
you
the
have
sixth
to.
year. Yeah, so I'm going to go check it out.
Dude, you'll have a lot of fun there. There's tons of bands.
You have to come. If you've never been, you have to come.
Yeah.
And even if you don't want to run the race, you could come and participate and hang out there. We got great music up there, and it's only $5 to park.
You know what I want to do is I want to get really drunk and then dance like one of those Facebook videos where it's like somebody videotapes me and they're like, and I got this guy dancing, and I'm like kicking my feet
like
out.
the jibber jabber things.
Yeah, something really weird, and they'll be like, and then this guy was dancing, and then I'll be like, I did that on purpose. And then years later, you'll be like, he did it on purpose.
We got a couple friends checking in right now. Adeline says hello.
Oh, hello, Addie.
So does Jared Pezdek.
Jared.
Say Jumner.
You know what? Jared is the man. Every time he comes through, he's got the sweet sound system, and he's like, let's use the sound system for Tomato Pie Day. Without him, you wouldn't have me yapping off at the mouth going, hey, everybody, make sure you keep moving.
Damn you, Jared.
And then also Mary Fesh is checking in, and she says you should do a dive bar crawl.
Yeah, well, pretty much married. That's what they are. You just want to stay in one place. Mary just wants to. How about we do a crawl into your car? How about we just crawl into your car and I get a tattoo?
All right. So, we were thinking about, and I've been talking to Adeline about this, about doing another D party, because we did the pub crawl last year with you. I think it was back in February.
Let's do one called the Spring Fling.
Yeah, we should do one where she has a bus and I have a bus, and then we want to take all 100 people on those bus to the bar at the same time, though. We all want to hang out together. I know it's a lot for the bartenders, but maybe if they made prior arrangements to make sure they're staffed properly.
Yeah.
That could work, right?
On our meeting.
They'll love it.
I know.
They'll love it.
We've had a lot of those today.
They'll love it.
Let's set that up.
I wanted to do Spring Fling. I was thinking about a day. I'll tell you what date it was. Of April. Something around there.
420.
Well, there's a Saturday near there. We can't. I don't know what day.
It's like my second favorite day of the year.
Yeah. What's your first day?
My birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Which I usually end up.
Isn't
working.
it Jerry Garcia's birthday
Yeah,
too? There's like a whole bunch of people who love that day.
Yeah, that was the day my store burned down. Thanks.
My fault. Your store burned down.
Yeah.
But anyways, you want to do a 420 part?
Well,
bus.
no,
that would be
I want
cool.
to call it Spring Fling.
Okay.
You know what I noticed?
I call it the 420.
The last one was crazy. The Valentine's Day with the love bus. All the girls wore red and were getting crazy and crazy and crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. And then,
crazy how?
Well, some people would dance, some people would boogie, and other people would just kind of, drink their beer and stay quiet. But, there was a whole lot of shaking going on.
A whole lot of shaking going on, huh?
You got to go on there. It's kind of like Vegas, the pub crawl.
Usually what
it's
happens...
nothing like Vegas, but...
whenever you do
there's no gambling. There's no Sam Rothstein. There's a whole bunch of gingers.
Sam Rothstein. Ace.
A whole bunch of gingers. That's funny.
Whenever you guys do the pub crawls, it's always a day I'm working. I'm working that night at the bar, so I'm like...
we had a blast last year, though. I had a lot of fun. It was good to see a lot of my old friends came out, and we just rode that bus and got completely annihilated. I remember, like, the last 2 bars we got to, I just stayed on the bus. I was so drunk.
I'm not
Couldn't even
getting
get
off.
up. I'm a lightweight. I can't drink like I used to.
You want some of this 40 and see what happens?
No, I do not.
I heard there's formaldehyde in this thing.
That was Crazy Horse, wasn't it?
Oh, was that what that was?
It was Crazy Horse.
I
Had
don't
formaldehyde in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Tequila sunrise and bloodshot eyes.
Drink it with your Boone's Farm. And did you ever hear of the ghetto potion?
Yeah.
I did that one year on air with Keeler. I drank 2 of those and then kept adding wine coolers.
Wow.
And the wine coolers keep it cold and add more taste to it.
You're shot, brother.
Yeah.
I was shot after that.
I'm
yes.
sure you were.
Hey, you know what I want to do with you guys? It's a stunt. I got a stunt. We'll talk about it after. I didn't bring it with me.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and then we can do that, and everyone will just do that. We'll go live on the internet, and you know, you can go live now and stream stuff directly from your devices.
You can?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Are you doing that? Are you doing that? We're doing that right now.
We're
Never tried it
streaming right
before.
now.
We're
We're
like this, would people be like,
just
"What's
wave.
up?"
Yeah, wave.
Hey,
Everybody's watching you right
so
now.
Everybody's watching me. You guys finally caught me on the internet. Man, you know, I've been hiding just behind all those posts and clicks.
Well, let me ask you something, because
Click,
you've
click,
been
click.
You're an internet proponent. Every Sunday you're posting is easy. How long have you been making that post every
Probably
Sunday?
about 12 years. All right?
Every Sunday.
I just want to
Jay
remind
Sumner
you folks
is
out there on
easy.
the
And every
internet,
time you do it.
you guys are mustard. You need to catch up, okay? Because I got this internet thing. I've been working it.
I always think of the Faith No More version. Pops in my head every time. Every time I see your Easy Like Sunday Morning, I'm like,
I had this guy told me about that. You know, he was like, "There's a heavy metal version." And then I went,
It's not really
No,
a metal
no.
version. It's very similar to the original.
he does a very good version of it.
Yeah, it's very similar to the original.
I like it. I like that song. You know.
Yeah.
They play it in concert.
Do you play that song every Sunday too?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
You do.
You know, my friend made stickers. I got stickers that say "I'm easy," and they gave them to me, and now I have stickers. I haven't stuck them on anything.
I
yet,
love to go
though.
and put that on girls that I know.
Yeah. Well, they already got that. It's called herpes.
So let's rewind. Let's get back on track here and talk about Tomato Pie Day.
Okay.
It's happening April 7th.
I've got some great sponsors too. Thank
give some love to
God
'em.
for the community sponsors. You know, people who spend a lot of time doing things here and contributing, like JK. Dean Kelly from JK, he wanted to be involved. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, you know, they insure a lot of people around here, and they're involved. We've got Bill Keeler, you know, you guys. Who else
Is Keeler broadcasting from there?
No, Keeler's not broadcasting on there, but I go on his show and I talk about it, and stuff like that, you know. And
it'd be cool if is he gonna show up to Tomato Pie Day?
I don't know, you know.
I'm gonna hit him up.
He might have been there last year in one of those costumes from the Children's Museum. You never know with that guy.
Was he the Minion?
Sneaking around.
No, that was Joe Boogie, wasn't it?
Was it Boogie? Oh,
He
yeah, it
put
was
that on
Boogie,
for a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
I had it on too. It was pretty awesome.
But yes,
And even the Observer Dispatch is sponsoring a little bit, you know.
Wow.
So, yeah, you know, everyone's getting involved because it's a community event. It's like I said, tomato pie is pretty much your brother, your sister, whatever you want it to be. Okay, I don't know what you're doing with your tomato pie, but I know you're eating it, and I want to know who you like the best. That's what it is. What I've seen, you guys were talking about, everyone's got a different preference. Everyone's got a different style. People are tweaking their tomato pies, okay? So I go over to Roma's the other day to get a tomato pie, and I see on the box there's like big stack, and then there's a box, and then there's like 3 boxes that say crisp. And I'm like, well, what's that? You know, what's the crisp mean? And he's like, we cooked it a little longer. And I'm like, what do you mean you cooked it a little longer? And he goes, it's different. It's crispy. And I'm like, all right, well, give me a box of the crispy one. I want to try what that's like, you know. And you know, so it's just like the other one, but it's different, you know. And it's a whole nother effect. There's a whole new level of the other. They left it in the oven an extra 5 minutes or something.
And these guys are also having other things for sale too. Like some people had rice balls and you know, other different things out there.
Yeah, my friend Mike Clare from Oliviera's Pizzeria in Hamilton, he comes up every year. He makes great Sicilian rice balls, and he sells a whole bunch of stuff. And then you know, Sal Marcella from Giuseppe's, they probably got like the best pasties in town, so they got great pasties. You know, every time you go into one of those bodegas, you see some pasties over there. That's their pasties.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a great core of food culture in this town, and it's amazing, and it's great that you can actually honor that with Tomato Pie Day.
And keep watching on the internet because, all the photos and stuff I got from last year, I'm framing them up, and you just see everyone was there. I can't believe you could say that you were born and raised in Utica and not go to Tomato Pie Day. You must have had the flu, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Poor excuse for a Utica if you don't go to Tomato Pie Day.
I mean, yeah, you're like,
we're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, every single one of you, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm like, where were you?
Well, with the line out the door, I would assume that
Last
everybody
year
knew
there
was there.
was, man. You gotta give some love and respect to your parents too, because they helped out a lot last year.
Oh my God, they both
did.
got the flu for like 2 weeks after this year. I'm giving them
Did they?
masks. Yeah. I could wish there was some more volunteers helping out with stuff. Because that's always the toughest part.
Do you need some volunteers?
Finding people you trust to do stuff, I don't know, maybe. I get there early, I clean up. It's real simple, It's not like you got too much to do. I got the roller derby girls on security. Well, it's fun to watch them because they're in there and they got their fishnets on and they're, high shorts and their booties out and they're all like, keep it moving, get away from the Romans tent.
Start checking people. Bam!
Yeah. I'm not seeing, like, don't throw an elbow, but,
Gotta get the old Utica rugby girls there to help out, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Take us from the beginning, though. You walk in, you pay a ticket, and now you get a scorecard.
Oh, yeah, you get a card so you can kind of keep track of what you want to do. And, I don't know if I should change it or if I have the time or be willing to, but last year I just had people check.
Because the public picks the winner, right?
Yeah.
It's all crowd participation, kind of.
Yep.
But without yelling and screaming.
Yes, but there could be other categories and things like that. I just, it's so much putting on the event and being one dude, so it's like, instead of having, like the Boilermakers got like a team of, I don't know, like a whole team. So I'm like, okay, you guys, they got like an employment of 100 people working there. I'm trying to do it, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I don't care. Just write down an X on the one you like. But there are different categories, was the thicker bread, buttery crust, There's just so many different things that you can talk about. Like Danielle's has got a really thin, crispy crust.
I love it.
And,
yeah, there's a little different style than traditional tomato pie, too.
Yeah.
It's cooked a little bit more.
Yeah, and the sauce is good.
So good.
I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite tomato pie?
I love Danielle's.
Danielle's?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Utica bread's right up there, too.
Oh, it's incredible.
Good.
Oh, my God.
But it's exactly the opposite from Danielle's, though.
But it's crunchy and soft and a little spicy.
It's thick.
Yeah.
It's thick. Where Danielle's is thin and it's crunchy. You got the great crunch on the crust.
I love
and
how
stuff.
Tim Hardiman just put him out there, too, and he was like, yeah, I'll compete. Because we've got these bakeries that have been making this stuff since I was born. And, I wish the other new bakeries that are popping up doing that,
right.
Like Bite Bakery and those guys, I wish they were like, yeah, we can make a tomato pie. I don't know. I think maybe they just make cupcakes, but they can make a tomato pie probably.
Walk the walk. You know what I mean? They put it out there. Let people try it.
I don't think they make tomato pie.
No, they don't.
Right.
They don't make bread and tomato pie and
Right,
stuff
but they
like
make-
that.
But like
Great,
Holland Farms,
like pastries,
Holland Farms got a tomato pie.
Oh, yeah. I emailed Marilyn. I was just like, are you going to come? And last year she was in Africa or something. Let's see what's going on this year. Let's see if she
One
comes.
thing I like about their tomato pie is $7.50. You walk in right off the shelf, gone. You got like a half a tomato pie, and so when we go to camp or whatever, you just grab it off the shelf and go.
Mm-hmm. You guys are making me hungry right now.
I know, right?
Tomato pie
didn't
and
eat lunch.
sausages.
Yeah. Now, what kind of entertainment do you have at Tomato Pie Day? You just pretty much play, like a
I'm just going to
podcast-
do a DJ
iPod?
type of list,
Mhm.
I got this really weird thing that you can, like, mix internet songs or songs on your computer, but I'm not going to do that because I just suck at it, So I'm going to just, run a playlist of I'm going to do, like, Italian songs and some modern songs.
Oh, that's cool.
Whatever gets people dancing,
Are you going
Excellent.
to volunteer Gabe now? He's been volunteering Gabe for everything.
Gabe will do it. Gabe will do it.
Says, what up, Bo?
Are you constipated? Gabe will be there.
Gabe's our patsy.
He's doing 4 bar mitzvahs, a couple teenage.
The relay for
16-year-old
life.
Yeah.
We got him in a dunking tank.
If he's gonna wear glasses like DJ, if he's gonna wear glasses like DJ from Run DMC,
Rob Bass.
yeah, he's gonna step up.
The tomato pie day is going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, tickets are already selling, huh?
Oh God, they're flying out of the internet.
Now, how much is it at the door?
Yeah, they're $5 at the door.
$5 at the door.
Yeah.
They're $3 in advance and $5 at the door. It's a no-brainer.
Think about it.
And you get to eat all this food.
You're basically getting dinner for $5.
Right. Like I'm trying to kill anybody.
Bring the
All I want
family.
to do is make sure people have a good time. You know, if I can do it, I'm gonna put a smile on your face. That's what my goal is. You know, I mean, what are you gonna do in life? I'm gonna put a smile on your face, a big smile. Okay, I'm gonna put one on there so you're like, my face hurts, and then he's all like, I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
Oh, here we go again with that song.
So now you've done other events, like you did International Day.
Oh yeah, like you know, that was pretty cool. It was really good. I had a lot of people coming to it, but you know, not the response like this. You know, there's a lot.
Well,
going
this
on
hits home for sure.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and this is what I like doing too. I was just sitting there. You know what I really wanted to do? You know why I put on International Day in my head? I was like, somebody's got to put on the great. Well, what was that thing you used to have? Good Old Summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to do Good Old Summertime. This is crazy. And you know what? That lady's doing it this year. You know.
Yeah, she's coming on tomorrow.
Yes, Gina. In fact, thank you for reminding me. Gina, our good friend Gina Scampone will be here tomorrow. She's doing Summerfest.
Love you, G.
It's happening in June, so she's been checking in and out today.
That's the girl I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She's doing it now, and that's why I did International Day. I was like, I hope someone puts together this 3-day festival where they block off the road, and you know, and Rainbow actually has to go to work.
Well, she's doing a little different, and we'll talk to her about it tomorrow. Excuse me, we're going to talk to her about it tomorrow, but she's doing a little different where it's just going to be like a nighttime thing. Like I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Is it? I think.
Is it nighttime?
But it's going to be like a 5, 6. It's going to start 5, 6 o'clock,
I'm
so
just
people
happy
get out
that
of work
people
and have
do
time
it.
to hang out. Absolutely.
That's what I'm.
And she
very
just
happy.
announced a couple bands too. She's got some hot stuff coming.
I don't know what she announced. What did she announce?
She announced Jimmy Vivino, which is a great blues player, and his accolades will blow you away of the people he's played with.
She knows her music too.
Yeah, she is. She's really good, and she's another gem we have in this town. So we'll be talking to Gina tomorrow. I'm looking forward to catching up with my old friend. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen G in a while.
So Tomato Pie Day, though.
Yeah.
But you know, let me jump off Tomato Pie Day. Do you have any other events that you're thinking about doing, or
Absolutely
do you have anything
not.
scheduled, or just Tomato Pie Day where you're focusing?
I've got the Tomato Pie Day and the Focus, and I'm going to do that Spring Fling. You guys want to get involved with the buses? That'll be good. I'll do a pub crawl, and then I'm going to kind of chill out in the summer, you know.
Right.
I'm working on just too many projects, you know. And I'm spreading myself too thin. So, you know, I want to do stuff and do stuff well.
Thin?
I just had an amazing idea, but I'll save it till after the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Write it down.
Have an internet meeting.
Write it down. No, you know what happens on the show all the time to us, Jay?
We get ideas.
We have these stupid on-air meetings, and then all of a sudden, and I'm not going to say who, but a lot of these people will steal our ideas. So it happens a lot. So I've been trying to put a button on the lip when it comes to having these on-air meetings. But sometimes
hey, you
can't help
idea
it.
stealers, you can come over and I will just throw ideas at you all day and you won't even be able to keep up. I'll put you right down in the chair and talk to you. You'll be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
We're gonna make up fake events. Like when I was on Keeler
Fake
doing
events.
stunts, I would like make
Good
up
idea.
where I was. I'd like fake. I'm like, oh, I'm over here. So like the cops would go over there, and then I would be somewhere else. Yeah, so I would have to do that. I would have to announce I was somewhere
I'm on
different.
fire.
You rebel, you chicken.
Well, you had to, or else the bit would be done before we even got started. So I'd have to say I was somewhere else, so the cops go there, and I go do somewhere else.
You guys are
Are you guys going to go to Meatball Madness at all this
that
weekend?
sounds
That's
interesting.
Sunday. That's Sunday.
This weekend?
Yeah.
Where's that?
This weekend.
Why do you got to ask me these
Well,
questions?
you asked me if I'm going.
I have no idea where
It
it's at. I'm gonna have to
benefits
look
the
it up.
Abraham House.
It benefits the Abraham House, correct.
Gina's listening right now.
And
She's
there's 40 vendors that are going to be there for Meatball Madness. 40
I love
vendors.
Meatball Madness.
Let's look it up, chicken. You got a phone in front of
Yeah,
you.
where
I
Use
got
it.
the Google machine.
You got
Where
it
is
right
it
there.
at? Where's Meatball Madness?
Meatball Madness, and like you said, it's
I
for
think
the Abraham
Max
House.
always wins the competition. Doesn't he go there and eat like zillion meatballs? He won the competition last year.
I think he was
Max.
a judge.
Was he? No.
Yeah, he was a
no,
judge.
He eats. He eats.
That's a bummer that the barbecue fest isn't happening this year.
Well, you know, I wish it was happening.
Me too. But
It's
hopefully
really
maybe
fun.
next year
We had a
come back.
blast there last year.
Yeah.
We did. We had a great time.
Well,
man.
Max had a new baby. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
you know? That
he's
guy's
busy, man.
Busy,
Life
busy,
gets in the
busy.
way. It's understandable. It's completely
You know,
understandable.
when he runs like that huge lighting factory over there,
Mhm.
and him and Chad are taking over.
Yeah. I'd like to see him bring it back, though. Maybe down the road, maybe next year, year after, or something like that. I'd like to see him bring it back. It was a great event, and we got our eat on, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot
Mary
of good
Fesh is
food
saying
there.
it's at Utica College. Thank you, Mary. Chicken's slow over here.
No, the one I looked up said it was at the State Fair, so different one.
Utica College, Meatball Madness. So that's happening Sunday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it because we got the Circus du Or at the Stanley. That's happening in the afternoon, like the Circus du Soleil.
You know what's
acts.
crazy is I love it. So here's the thing. There's like so many people trying to do events all the time, and then there's overlap, and then people are like, I can't go to this event because of this and that and that. And it's true, you can't do two things at once. But the best thing is that people are giving a shit about Utica. I mean, that's all I've been telling you guys for years is care about the town, and then it'll love you back. Instead, you're like, oh, potholes, I can't go anywhere. It's too expensive. I don't want to.
It snows.
Oh, God. You know what I want to do is just,
Well, we mentioned that with Jerry when he was here, Jerry Kraus, when he was here on the first half of the show, of how there's this new attitude around the area. And, and guys like you and Gina and people out there doing some positive things in the community. And it's really cool to see, there's so much less negative vibe and more positive vibe in the area. And it blows me away. It's great.
I love Utica, Utica love.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance to, there's this dude, he's doing this thing. It's called A Brand New Day. You ever seen that? You have Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out the guy. It's called like Insta Brand New Day or something like that. I think that's his handle. And he goes around and films the craziest stuff in Utica.
Really?
It's nuts. And I found him like that Kite Man guy. He goes and films him. And he'll talk to Kite Man and be like, Kite Man, what are you doing? And Kite Man's like, you ever talk to Kite Man?
I don't even know who Kite Man is.
Oh, my God, there's a guy who flies kites. He's got like 7 kites.
I
And
guess
he
that's
just talks about
self-explanatory.
kites like kites will change your life. That's all he talks about. He's like, if you are like a control freak and you're like, hey, I have to have control of my girlfriend or my husband or whatever, he says, go fly a kite. Because then you can control that kite and it'll give you the need that you need. And that's the stuff he says. He's nuts, but I guess it makes sense.
He's probably one of your best friends.
Yeah, well, he's always hanging out. I'm working on a project downtown. He's always hanging out on the streets.
It's got to be better than people of Utica. That's a Aussie show with people pushing shopping carts.
That's his site.
Was it your site?
They don't
He
do
changed
that anymore.
that. He changed
I'm
that.
trying to make that into a positive thing because there was somebody who put the shopping carts on there all the time. Shopping carts.
Yeah, that's all I
shopping
ever seen
carts,
was shopping carts.
And now,
Jay has taken over that.
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has taken it. And if you notice, lately it hasn't been.
I
shopping
unfriended
carts
him.
on there. you did.
I want to get some shopping
Were you the one that
carts on
started
there.
it?
No.
Oh, okay. So it must have been the other person that I unfriended
It
because.
was another person.
What's that?
It was another person.
Okay. So I unfriended. I'll check it out again. I just got sick of seeing people with shopping carts.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I agree. It was stupid.
It's like, bring out something funny.
it was
There's-
funny the first meme that you made, but after that it got stupid.
Yeah.
It really did.
There's so much craziness in Utica to like videotape anyways.
It's weird to have that type of power too, because people just send me messages and they'll be like, "Will you support this?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that for you." And they're like, "Why not? You share all this other stuff." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what's going on. I mean, maybe we should meet and talk about it first, but I don't feel comfortable. Just like, I don't know. I love the whole point of it is that it's for the people of Utica, not just your business."
Yeah.
Right.
You mentioned you got a project going on downtown. Can you talk about it?
Oh no,
No?
nothing. No,
I see you doing some work over there.
every day.
Every day I see you over there.
You building the Irish Center?
No, yes.
Oh.
I'm
I said downtown Utica.
downtown Julie Brown.
You can't talk about it?
I can. I can't. No, it's not ready.
That's a great spot.
Yeah.
That's a great spot. So you just make sure when you get that plan up and rolling and you're ready to talk about it, you come here first on the
Talk
D.
about it. Talk about it.
So you're working on a website that of somebody I've been trying to get on here, and she won't come on.
Oh,
On location vacation.
okay.
She won't come on. I'm like, you gotta come on.
Well,
'cause
she's
got
she's
so
shy.
much-
She's really good. Her shit's dope.
She's got a lot of great
I
information.
built, I rebuilt her website for her. What she does is go out and she I don't know how she does it. She's some kind of crazy magician. But she figures out where all the shooting locations are for great shows. Yeah. And, she's local. She lives right in the area over here. And Well, I specialize in the internet, so they had a problem with like Google losing some hits, and I was able to analyze the code and all that kind of stuff, and be like, you got to remove this, and add this, and then they were back up to however many hundreds of thousands of hits they get a day, and I'm just like, there you go, and but yeah, so she's shy though. I know.
Yeah, I know.
I know why.
I've known her, God, since I was 14 years old, and she broke the story when Spider-Man fell through the stage on in New York City, the live play.
She's big time.
Yeah, and she was in Time magazine. So like all this happens right locally, but it's all like most of her clientele are from outside of the New York City, L.A.
Well, it's like when we were working on it, because I actually put together like a little strategy for it too. I'm like, if you want to monetize your website more, here's some steps for you to do with your particular business, and she doesn't have to because she's doing good stuff. But if she put that strategy into play, she'd be killing it even more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she got to interview the whole crew from Walking Dead. And,
all the zombies. They were like,
yeah.
just interviewing zombies all day.
Kevin Smith, like she's got her hands in a lot of stuff, and it's all done locally.
Right on. So that building that you're at, though, is it upstairs, downstairs? I'm trying to get some information out of it. Is it 2 floors or just 1 floor?
There's 4 floors.
There's 4?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
4th floor.
And do you have a plan for each floor?
7 years ago.
Oh, no. There's nothing going on in the...
1 floor at a time?
Yes, 1 floor at a time.
Gotcha.
So now what's going in there now?
What?
There's nothing going on downtown.
I see him doing work in there all the time. I drive by there all the time, and I see him in there on the truck.
Every day I'm
trucks
out
on
there.
the sidewalk there.
Every day I park in front and open the doors and do some work.
I got to give a little announcement here to everybody that's watching this. If everybody could just do me a favor and just share this video, you guys would be helping us out so much. So please share this video, like and subscribe and all that stuff that goes along with the social media platforms. And we really appreciate it here at the D.
Mary's checking and said it's Shane Corrigan that is the Brand New Day guy.
Yeah, I know.
Mary.
I know.
I didn't know that, so there.
Oh, right.
Okay.
But I have to check that out. Now, what's the Brand New Day guy deal?
Oh, well, he's like doing this thing where he films crazy stuff of people doing stuff.
In Utica.
Yeah, he's a good guy. And, Shane Corrigan, the Corrigan family from the Will Corp type of place. So, he's just one of the up-and-coming type of people of Utica. He's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. You're very cool too, Jay.
You guys are also cool.
So what time let's go back to Tomato Pie.
Tomato Pie Day starts
I'm really
at
excited
noon.
about it. It starts at noon. It's like noon to 6.
Yeah, it starts at noon. You got to get your tickets checked and a wristband. So, get there at whatever time you want. I wish that you people would just, not do whatever you want and I'll show up at 12 because that's what you're going to do. But, I wish you would come at staggered times. You won't. You won't. I wish I put that on your ticket. You show up at 1:35. You show up at 2. But it's not ever going to work like that, nor could I manage that. But it's from 12 to 4, so just show up.
12 to 4.
If you come at 4 o'clock and there's no tomato pie, you know why.
Yeah. And your friends here at the D will be there broadcasting live. We're going to be doing live Facebooks and all that stuff.
Because people are going to run out. They're going to run out.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
I don't even want to tell you. You'll be like, oh, I'm so upset because some and some. Yeah, they're going to run out.
I'm going to do my part to make them run out.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And I feel like these vendors should run out. Yeah. You make all these things.
What are they going to do? Just have an endless amount of tomato pie? What is it?
Right.
It's like the holy grail of tomato pie. It just never stops.
Yeah.
It kind of already is. But
what, Utica?
No, the event. I mean, there's so much tomato pie to go around. I mean, that's a lot of people eating. And like I said, the line was out the door. So
it was.
All the way down past the tennis courts over there onto Oneida Street. That's where it was.
But the better strategy, like you said, is like stagger it. Like everyone comes at once. Maybe around like you come around at 2 o'clock. They got all new pies coming in.
Yeah.
Just little FYI.
I'm pumped. I'm so hungry though right now.
We could take a trip over to Danielle's. You could get
we go there weekly.
Skittle.
Yeah, they know us by name over there.
They do. They're like,
they love
hi,
us
Anthony.
Yeah.
Everyone who goes in there's name Anthony. What the fuck?
I know, it's just a good shot,
What the fuck?
Anthony or Joe.
You're like, thanks, Maria. No, it's Teresa.
No, what do you mean, Maria?
Oh, sorry.
What are you talking about? That's my sister.
Hey, Gina, I know you're out there listening. Gina, if you got some promo and stuff like that for Summerfest, get it up to us so we can have it here at the D. And also, you'll be accepting some promo for Summerfest at Tomato Pie Day, right?
I've been telling Gina to call me. She's been chatting with me on the Facebook.
She's probably creeped out by you.
Yeah, no.
Who's that asshole with the sunglasses on?
Are you creeped out, Gina? Because I'm going to be.
Anyways, no, yeah, if you have some kind of promo and stuff like that, you give it to us so we can hand it and spread it around a little bit. You know, I think what she's doing is great. Bringing back good old summertime.
That's so impressive. I'm
really
so
is.
happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
And it just goes to show more people in the area our age trying to bring things back, you know, trying to
I
make
hope
things
she does
happen.
the Battle of the Bands. I mean, things that I hope that she does with it.
I don't think that. Doing a Battle of the Bands
told
is
me
so
it's really
much drama.
But
There's
you know
so
how
much
cool,
drama doing a Battle
all
of
I
the
do
Bands.
is think about the one from, Up in Smoke, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke.
Oh, right.
I just want to see that.
What was that guy's name? Joe
Mama
Fusco?
gotta
used to
tell
be
me
the
how
Green
to
Grocer?
live.
Joe Carcione.
The Green Grocer?
Yeah, the Green
That was
Grocer.
his name?
Tip of the day, Joe Carcione.
Everybody used to love him.
Yeah.
Should bring him back.
Operation
We'll
Hard
resurrect
Hat.
him. Sure.
Yeah,
We'll dig up his grave. Sure.
Operation Hard Hat. You know that guy who made the food? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, no, remember he was the Green Grocer Tip of the Day. He was on like WKTV all the time. Joe Carcione.
Yeah, he made like a quick thing. Yeah,
That's
that
Mr.
guy.
Food.
Yeah, Mr. Food.
But he was the Green Grocer. He would talk about fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So.
You know what's good is fiber.
Yeah, it helps you poop. How are you doing on that Colt 45? Let me see.
Oh my God, I'm still
Wow,
standing.
you still got a long way to go there, buddy.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like a long
Drink to
way
my thumb
go.
goes down.
No. What are we, 18? You know? If anyone's asshole, you're asshole. You're double asshole.
I'm always asshole. So I cheat my way out.
Jay, I know you're into music. Any new bands you're out there listening to that I should know of?
Oh, I've been listening to Wolfpack.
Oh, I love that band.
Yeah, they're so
Wolfpack.
cool. They're
Yeah.
just like, that. And then, hip hop. I've been listening to the new hip hop. All you haters gotta stop hating.
Yeah.
Just take some time.
Okay, when you're saying new hip hop, like what new hip hop?
Well, there's these hip hop channels on my XM, so I listen to that shit.
What
like,
artists though?
Kendrick.
Kendrick's good.
Yeah, he's good.
I could go with
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Cardi B, she's a hot girl, like dances around and sings songs, the rap songs, and
J.
they're
Cole.
hardcore. The beats are so cool. The thing is, it's like what Jerry Kraus was saying. He goes, picture yourself what's hot now, and then what's going to be hot in the future. It made a lot of sense because that's the stuff that the kids are liking right now. I actually made this opposite type of post. The internet, I'm always doing those sociology type of studies, so I made a post that said, I'm so excited with the music that's going on right now. It's much better than when it was when I was younger, because it's the opposite of what everyone says. Everyone says the music was so much better when I was younger, and so everyone was like chiming in going, you idiot.
Speaking of hip-hop, did you see Prophets of Rage is playing?
With Avenged Sevenfold going on. I shared that on the EC radio page yesterday. They didn't announce any dates, though, did they?
I don't believe so.
You should check that out. That was a great show. I saw it a couple years ago. Prophets of Rage, which is pretty much Rage Against the Machine with Be Real and Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Where can I go see that band?
They're on tour this summer. There's so many bands announcing tours. You see all these package deals that are going on now?
Yep.
Breaking Benjamin's touring with Five Finger Death Punch and Nothing More. And now
Zombie and Marilyn Manson are coming.
They're going back again.
Yep.
And then Breaking Benjamin. I just mentioned that.
Slayer.
Yep. Shinedown's doing a big tour with Godsmack. And there's just so many. Slayer's bringing out a whole festival for their last trip around.
Which a lot of people were looking out of state, and now they're playing at Lakeview and Darien Lake and some of those.
There's just so many bands
Ozzy.
out there. Like this, Ozzy's out there. He's doing his last tour.
Ozzy playing with Zach on guitar.
So
Stone
much
Sour.
great concerts coming around the area. So check your local listings.
Eagles will be in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
And I like to tell you,
The Teddy Bears.
There's going to be so much activity at the Saranac Brewery this summer. I can't even begin to tell you how much.
I'm always excited about what's going on there, but what's going on too with me personally is I got a daughter now, so I take care of her, and she just doesn't get involved with the concerts as much. She wants to.
She's
go.
not into Slayer?
She wants to go after 10, 15 minutes, and I want to stay and drink beer, but you got to be responsible. You can't do that when you have kids, and I love her, so we have fun. So
How old is she now?
She's 5. So
she's so cute.
So in like 4 or 5 years, she could drive you home.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, right?
I'm waiting to do that, but I'm starting to take her places. We're almost, I call it the dark ages, when your kid is like under 5, before they start kindergarten. You're like in the dark ages, you have to stay dark and just do things that your kid likes and go out when you go out. And that was it. But, if you make your life part of their life, they'll love what you do and everything like that, And who am I, some kind of parenting expert? No,
but you're doing the right thing, though.
Yeah, I just want to make everybody happy.
You're doing the right thing.
Including you.
But there's a lot of concerts coming this summer. Not only at Lakeview and Paper Mill Island, too. They announced a couple dates today.
That's the one in Oswego, right?
No, that's in Baldwinsville. And then Lakeview, and then, of course, here at the brewery. We got a lot of stuff going at the brewery.
What Ray Brothers is going to start
Ray Brothers
booking up people.
Will probably be booking a bunch of bands over there.
Remember we used to go to those Sterling festivals?
They're still doing it.
Yeah.
They're still doing it.
You know what I did this year? There was like this crazy ice party. You guys ever heard of those Jones Boys?
Yeah.
So they have this crazy ice party.
That's where Mutt Farm comes from.
Yeah, Mutt Farm comes from there. So those guys were all there, and all they do is play Grateful Dead in the barn all night long. It's nuts. It was nuts this year. It was crazy.
Right on. They do it every year.
Yeah, no matter what. And it was pouring rain, and I had an umbrella, and Caveman was there, and other people there. Remember that kid Mike Richards?
Of course.
He was there. He was freaking out. He didn't have shoes on, and I was like, it's so cold. I'm like, dude, you want some shoes? He goes, I got shoes. And he showed them to me, and then he just continued to not wear them. And I was like, okay.
Right on. So, a lot of activities this summer. I'm excited. Concert season's upon us.
Oh,
it's here.
I want to see like Willie Nelson again, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He didn't die, did he?
No,
Not yet.
He's close.
No.
Yeah, so I gotta see.
Willie will live forever.
Well,
he'll probably outlive all three of us.
I was just talking to that lady. Yeah, it's because he smokes weed. Weed is really good for you, from what
I never tried it.
Read on the internet.
No,
really?
you should try it.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Keith Richards does it, I guess.
Does he?
No.
What's it do to you?
Well, it makes what it does to you, Anthony, is it changes the way that your brain works, so you can now see things like a normal person.
And it makes music sound way better.
Yes.
Like Pink Floyd just sounds amazing.
I mean, you won't want to wear a tie anymore. You'll love Doritos.
I wore a tie twice.
How many people are wearing ties? I like it when you see those dudes that are like joining the trunk club and stuff. They're like, yeah, I look good in this tie.
What I love, though, is like guys that when you go to wear a tie and it totally doesn't fit them, so they start wear jeans with their tie. And you're like, dude, just put on a pair of dress pants. You already put the tie on to go all the way. And don't wear a hat with the tie. I'm sorry, don't wear a fucking hat with a tie.
Yeah.
And I can't dress for anybody, but don't wear a tie.
That's Chicken's PSA for the day.
Yeah.
And sneakers.
Looking for a job at Chess King, please call Chicken. He wants you to wear a hat and jeans and a tie.
I said, no, don't wear jeans and tie.
Oh, and how about a cowboy tie? Are those cool?
The bolo ties or whatever they're called?
I don't know what those are called. I mean, how would I know what those are called? I'm not from Deansboro.
That's Chicken's PSA, public service announcement for the day. Jay Sumner, do you have a public service announcement that you'd like to get out there today?
Yes, I do. Every day, you've got to give somebody love. Love is all you need. The Beatles said it. Everyone says it. You're hating on everything. Every time you're hating on it and not being real, you're fucking up.
Love is cheap. You can get it for like $5 on Broad Street.
Yeah. You got to be real. People with two faces, only one of them's, maybe none of them are smiling.
So your PSA today is increase the love and stop the hate.
Yeah, be real. Be real. Stay real.
I love it.
Man, if you're not real, you're talking behind people's back, doing that thing, that's not good, man. Mm-hmm. I don't do it ever, man. If you talk to me, you'll be like, how do you feel about so-and-so? I'm going to tell you the same thing I'm going to tell them. That's it. I'm not scared. Don't be scared. Otherwise, you get nervous. I love y'all. You're all doing good.
Don't be a dick.
And don't be a dick. I like that one, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be a dick, that's not cool.
Don't come around me.
Giggity.
But you can do it. You can make a difference. All you got to do.
Had to. You just threw it out there.
Yeah, you like to laugh at yourself.
All you got to do is try.
Don't be a dick. Don't come around me. I mean,
try and you can make a difference.
Yes, you can make a difference. We got a few more minutes left, and we got to plug Tomato Pie Day one more time. It's happening April the 7th. It's a Saturday.
Yes.
At the Parkway Recreational Center in Utica, New York from noon to 4 p.m.
I want everyone to have sauce on their shirts and smiles on their faces. Tomato Pie Day is going to be something great again, you know. Like I said, tickets are already selling. The tickets are going to hit the stores this week. As soon as they're done printing, they'll be at Roma's and all the places where you go to get your tomato pie. You can buy a ticket there as well as the internet, because a lot of you old folks who aren't even watching this, well, you don't even know about what the internet is, so you could just buy them at Roma's.
We should also talk about the GoFundMe for the Abigail Search for Your Soul.
Yes, we really quick though. We want to do a contest at Tomato Pie Day, and we'll talk to you about that off air. We want to do another contest like we did last year, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And I think Masucci ran home with it. I can't remember exactly who won the competition.
I heard he went to Africa. Is he in Africa?
Not yet. And that's exactly good segue, because that right there, my friend, is how you can find us on the GoFundMe.
Yes.
We are putting a crew together to go to Africa to do a documentary on the Iboga plant. Now, the Iboga plant has been saving lives left and right, and of course, it's an illegal drug here in the U.S., but it's illegal in every other country but the United States. So, what the Iboga plant does, it cures PTSDs, addiction, it cures depression, bipolar, the list goes on and on and on. 85% effective rate. 85%. Okay? And as a matter of fact, my good friend from Slice Pizza, Tucker Rosemeyer, will be here on Thursday to talk about his journey, as he did on Back Talk a couple weeks ago.
And why is he not in Tomato Pie Fest?
He doesn't make tomato pie.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
Oh.
He doesn't even do a tomato pie. He does everything else but tomato pie. Anyways, he's one of the best chefs out there. But anyways, Tucker will be here on Thursday to talk about his journey. We're going to be plugging the hell out of this GoFundMe. Please, I know all you guys don't have a lot of money in your pocket, but if you can afford 10, 20, 50 bucks, reach into that checkbook, reach into your pockets, and you could go to GoFundMe.com/Iboga or Iboga. IBOGA is how you spell it. And there's going to be so much information out there. So what we're raising money for is to not only bring our camera crew out there, but there needs to be, food and travel. And there's just a lot of costs that go along with this.
And with everything, like, mental health, the heroin and opiate epidemic going on right now, this is huge right now. This is something that can stop it. I mean, this is an actual cure for all that.
And it's a one-time deal, too. When you take an Abigail or an Iboga, or you do the ceremony and the ritual, and we'll be documenting all this, because they're going out to Africa to hang with the Bwiti tribe, to show the ritual and the shaman and all that. When you take it, it's a one-time deal. You take it, and an 8-hour next day thing, you're pretty much cured. And we have proof, and we have friends. Multiple proof that this actually works, and it's effective. And it's working. It's improving people's lives. And, of course, it's illegal in the United States because it has nothing to do with Big Farm.
Because
but if
Big
Farm was out there, there's no medical profit. That has to go with it. So we got that going on right now. It's a GoFundMe page. You're going to be seeing it all over. We've been talking about it for days, and we're going to continue to talk. We're probably going to talk about it every day until those guys take off to Africa, which is going to be happening in May. So we need help. We're going to do some fundraising, and we're also going to put out a bucket at Tomato Pie Day and all the events that we're going to be tied in. Because
this is super important.
It's super important, and it's educational, and we're going to help save lives.
Well,
we're helping saving lives.
I'm sick of people dying from heroin.
Me too. Like that. How many friends have we lost from addiction?
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know anybody who's lived from heroin.
But listen, the other thing too, it's not just addiction too. I mean, I want to get this clear. Like PTSDs is a serious problem in the U.S. too, with all the wars that are going on, and these veterans come home, and, they suffer from PTSDs. This can cure that. This can help you. It can help you. We're saving lives here, and so
when they don't have it, they turn to drugs. They turn to suicide. They turn to all kinds of things.
And that's the thing is, a lot of these guys, a lot of people get into drugs because they're depressed or they're bipolar. Or they got all these other things going on
in college.
So they get into this stuff, and then they get addicted. But when they go to the clinics and they go to rehab and everything, they cut them from the drugs, but the depression and the mental disorders are still there that cause them to go there. It clears you of everything.
Yes.
And they come back and they feel so much better. I was sitting next. I interviewed Emily. I interviewed Tucker and his friend Nick. Every one of them was smiling from ear to ear.
Yeah.
And this was just from one-time use.
Yes. And I can't wait to talk to Tucker.
It was such a great feeling to see these people and hear the depths that they came from.
Mm-hmm.
We talked to Meg yesterday, and you can see in their face and the way they interact, they're just so happy to be alive again, and it's such a great feeling.
It is. And just to see him happy and living his life again and not being, depressed. And Tucker at one time was diagnosed as bipolar. He's not bipolar anymore. It's unbelievable. We're going to talk to Tucker on Thursday. And
our friend Emily, she's coming up on a year.
Yeah.
1 year sober.
So where can you get it?
You got to order it online and stuff like that. You got to get it from South America.
Yeah,
it's illegal in the United States.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show people there's a solution out there. There's something out there that can help.
Yeah.
And this shouldn't be illegal.
Does it get you
and the solution isn't
like that.
Trip out, but not in a good way. But
no. It's a very spiritual kind of trip in transformation.
It's like a peyote-ish. Like you see all these Indian cultures and stuff like that.
I don't understand how that stuff works. So
I don't understand how it works either. But all I know is it works.
Well, I do, and I will tell you. No, but it's really important. It's important to us here around the D that we do this, and Todd, our partner here at Disruption Network, this is like a lifelong dream for him to do this sort of documentary, to go out on location, and he's going to be going to Africa and Canada, and he's going to be bouncing around the world shooting and documenting all this footage that goes along with the iboga plant.
So I'll tell you what, man, there is a lot of natural resources and remedies that help you. So if this thing does what those things do, I one time felt like I was having a bad time, and some witch doctor girl I know started giving me tinctures and weird oils and stuff like that. And next thing you know, I felt okay.
It was called marijuana.
No,
hash oil, tiger balm.
But yeah, that hurts on their knees.
You're so shy. But yes, GoFundMe.com/Iboga, IBOGA is where you can find that. And we need your help, people. Like I said, if you could reach into your pocketbooks and grab a couple bucks and help us out here at the D. We are helping lives. We are saving lives with this documentary and this education that we're doing. It's going to be a very educational piece. It's going to be it's amazing. And again, I'm going to say one more time, I'm looking forward to talking to Tucker about this on Thursday. Tucker's going to be coming in.
There's probably grants out there too. If you found someone who was like smart into grants, find you a grant to go out there and do a documentary on that. There's probably somebody out there who can help you. You just got to find the person who knows where to get you that government grant money.
Like horse grant?
You're right. Horse grant, yeah.
Well, no, like grant.
Harvey grant.
I don't know.
Ulysses Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah, we'll definitely we get together with you, and maybe we can work out some. We could get together on like fundraising and different ideas and stuff like that. We're going to be putting together a couple parties, leading up to the trip to Africa. So I'd like to get you involved with some of that.
I love Africa. I mean, I get to go, right?
If you want, you got to pay. But you got
pay.
I would love to see you do the Ibogaine, actually, the iboga plant.
I'll try it.
What this does too, it resets your body. It's like resetting your receptors. It gives you a whole new
like DMT.
It's like a jump start, almost like a DMT. Right, exactly. It's kind of in the same vein. But it gives you a whole new jump start.
Yeah, but those guys to get off in the DMT, it don't seem normal after. You know what I mean? I'm just like, did you ever come back?
Yeah, it's not.
One guy described
it's not
me as
DMT though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not.
It's similar, but it's not. It's on the same vein. I guess they might be cousins or something. But
I got a freaky cousin.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of freaky cousins. Jay Sumner, ILoveUticaNY.com. You can buy tickets to Tomato Pie Day if you go to that website.
Oh, if you go to ILoveUticaNY.com and then you just click on the tomato pie link or whatever there, right at the top of the page, it'll take you to who's there, what's going on, show you all the sponsors, let you see everything on the page, and then you can buy tickets.
Awesome, bro.
$3 you said in advance.
Yeah,
$5 at the door.
That's a steal. You can have a whole meal for $3 if you buy your ticket in advance. And if you don't want to buy your ticket in advance for $5, you can bring your whole family and eat a bunch of tomato pie and be full for the day.
Yeah, but that's not just it either. You get to have the tomato pie, but then you can try people's rice balls. You can, bring some stuff to go home. Last year that they were selling the tomato pie so people can eat them on Sunday.
Which is a great idea. I think I took one home.
Yep. Utica is a big thing around here is eating tomato pie on Sunday. You guys don't get a tomato pie every Sunday?
No.
Not every Sunday.
Not every Sunday.
Sometimes it's a Tuesday. Sometimes it's a Wednesday.
It depends. Depends whose party it is.
How long it lasts in your house?
Not much.
Not long. Not long at all.
It goes by pretty quick.
Not long at all. Chicken on a Sunday.
Oh, I'll crush one
with
myself.
football. He'll eat it by himself.
Wait till you guys see the commercials coming up. So I don't really do a lot with dead media, like the radio or TV.
Terrestrial.
Yeah. I don't really advertise on there, a lot, and I don't even advise my clients. I'm just like, well, are you dealing with people in the senior center? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, you don't need to buy Yellow Book ads, and you don't need to do this. So I'm always using the internet. Just use the internet, and you'll see my commercials come out. You'll be like, whoa, how does he do that? I remember the first time I gift somebody, and when Facebook, they were like, how did you gift? And I was like, oh, I just figured this out.
You just give him a gift.
Yeah. No, GIF.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not GIF?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
No,
At the GIF, whatever. But Jay, thanks for coming in. I want to remind all our listeners out there that you can watch this podcast and previous podcasts on our all-new website, disruptionnetwork.net. .net, baby. We moved to a .com to a .net, so that's where you can find us all. And we will be having a new phone app coming out really, really soon too. So
yeah, delete the old one.
Delete the old one. It might give you a virus, and so
yeah,
that might happen. And I also got to give some love and respect out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
When it comes to buying a home in the Mohawk Valley, you got to have faith. Coldwell Banker Properties, Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 for commercial and real estate properties. Log on to centralnewyork.com for a complete and accurate, up-to-date listings. Big ups to our property sisters of the Mohawk Valley, too. Got to give some love and respect out to our girl Adeline and Amanda and Patty and Lori. They're killing it. They're killing it. And also, love and respect out to our good friend, Josh Amodio, Priceless Inspection, 315-525-8725 for your next home inspection. In-depth and detailed reports, thorough inspections, and pays attention to details. Josh has been doing this for years and years and years. He's been in the construction business pretty much since his birth. So he knows that a quality home inspection is worth every penny. So call Josh if you want to put your home on the market, or if you're looking to buy a home, or even if you're looking to update the house that you live in right now. Josh can do all that for you just by calling 315-525-8725. I want to thank both of them for believing in us here at Disruption Networks. We love you very, very dearly, both Josh and Adeline and all you guys. So, and also, if you're out there in Facebook land, please share this video. It would help us out a lot if you could just share this video. Jay, if you could share it too, it'd be great.
And donate.
And donate to our GoFundMe page for our trip to Africa. For Abigang. Yeah. Do some research on it, man. It's the real deal. The iboga plant medicine is a real thing, man. It's happening.
I believe in it. I definitely believe in it. Things make you feel funny.
Things. Yep. And of course, you would put it that way. Tomorrow, Gina Scampone's going to join us, and we're going to talk about Summerfest. And Thursday, Tucker Rosemeyer will be here to talk about more about the Abigail and the Iboga and our GoFundMe in Africa. So we got a lot of things to look forward to for the rest of the week. Yeah,
awesome. It's going to be a great week.
And don't forget, later on, coming up, it's Tuesday, Ease Beats and Bizz will be live and direct on
live
the Bizz.
and direct.
Sean Raz too, right?
Sean Raz in the first. Oh, you know what? Big ups to our boy Sean Raz. Thanks for mentioning his name, Sean. We love you, man. And
live and direct.
We love you for all the support and everything you've done for us, and for us being on RazRadioLive.com. And he also plugged us into his TuneIn app today too. So
awesome.
We've been all over Raz Radio Live today. So big ups to you.
I don't care what Tommy says. Love you, Raz.
He doesn't care what Tommy says about him either. He doesn't. So big ups to Raz and his wife Lexi. So the first 52 will be on the waves right around 6 o'clock, and then Ease Beats and Bizz after 8. So
live and direct.
Thank you so much for checking us out. We really appreciate all the love and support. And like, follow, subscribe, share, tweet, retweet, all that stuff that goes along with the social media platform. And also go out and like all of Jay Sumner's stuff too. He's on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
I
mean, if you just search the internet and type in Sage Sumner, you'll find me.
Yeah, you're not hard to find. That's for sure.
I'm right there.
And he's easy, like Sunday morning.
Yeah, he is.
We'll see you tomorrow.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear, for the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from Coldwell Banker Faith Properties in Utica. I always get asked, why do I love real estate? It's very simple. I love my clients. I love every single thing about helping them find or sell their home. Making sure the home is solid and ready for sale, or solid and ready for the buyer's inspection, to making sure that they're getting the best rate on their mortgage, making sure they're getting the best price on their house. You know, just everything involved in the sale is vital. My absolute favorite part of real estate is when a buyer walks into the house they're going to buy. I can feel it before they even know they're loving the house. It's just that obvious. So I'd love to experience that feeling with you. So give me a call. Adeline Van Dyke, Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-404-6431. Or you can find me on Facebook or visit my website at centralnewyork.com/Adeline. Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725. In the Mohawk Valley, for the best real estate service, you gotta have faith. Coldwell Banker Faith Properties, 315-735-2222 or www.centralnyhomes.com.
Today, so big ups to you.
I don't care what Tommy says. Love you, Raz.
He doesn't care what Tommy says about him either. He doesn't. So big ups to Raz and his wife Lexi. So the first 52 will be on the way. It's right around 6 o'clock, and then Ease Beats and Bizz after 8. So
live and.
We appreciate you listening to this program.
yeah, what's good, everybody? It's Tuesday here. Disruption Network, EC Radio.